Biggie in the house. I remembered to turn on the mic today.
21st night of September.
I remember. Hello, everybody. It is a tired group of adventurers that find ourselves,
See, we can't even speak.
gently wrapped in the comfort of our rooms, adorning your screen this day. It's Saturday. It's D&D Day. Welcome to Terrafae, episode 5 of A Wuntian History. Some things went down last week, it should be said.
Or nearly.
And more things nearly went down, but fortunately didn't.
But I'm a shit shot.
Because Horak
It's got
may
slippery wrists.
have, as he tried to yeet the bottle, may have thought, but it is a bottle of wine, I don't want to throw it too hard because we could probably do with that. But anyway, yes, we were in Fairbank Village. There were some deaths due to poisonings. There was uproar. There was despite everything, trip to the circus. There was some frivolity. There was a stolen chicken. There was a sacked off queue for the pony ride because man realised he was the only adult in the queue, and then got banned.
That's not why.
All right, fair enough.
I wanted to ride that dang horse.
Yeah, well, pony. It was definitely too small for you. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have looked like Ladan.
I would have looked horse.
Accusations were thrown at the
Bottles were thrown.
ringmaster. A bottle was thrown, but no trouble came from it. A trip was made up to Fairbank Manor, and after some... All right, calm down, Rich T. Fucking flashing the cash on the screen there. Fucking hell, millionaire eating a Freddo.
Fucking 35p, mate.
Every bite's like liquid gold, mate. Trip was made up to Fairbank Manor with Master Zerron and Lady Jane in tow. Some emotional conversations went on whilst the rest of the party went and enjoyed a buffet. And after, I say stealing, it's technically not stealing when you're ultimately the
Owner.
owner, but yeah, 8 casks of the family best was taken back to Jane's tavern. The deed was signed by Father Fairbank. Drinks were had. Emotions were high. And everyone retired in various states of undress and drunkenness. Jack fell asleep, I believe, in one of the booths. Didn't even make it to his room. And everyone else went to bed. I believe that's where we left off. I don't think I dropped another cliffhanger on you, did I? There was no blood-curdling scream as we ended last time.
Grab his dick and twist it!
To be honest, I have no idea.
Thanks, Volt. Yeah, in that case then, morning comes.
Lucky boy.
Lucky morning. I'm not going to make anyone roll a constitution check to see how hungover you are, but I guess given how tired everyone is out of character, it's pretty easy to do to roleplay being a little bit under the weather. But morning comes. Everyone arises this time, compared to yesterday's disappointment, to the smell of some wakey eggs and bakey.
That's going to make you feel better in the morning.
Everyone, feel free to get up, get yourselves dressed, get yourselves washed, whatever you please. Make your way downstairs to find Jane hath prepared, through the midst of a hangover herself. She's firmed it, and she's made breakfast for everyone. Juice on the table, water on the table, a plate each with some eggs, bacon, crusty loaf.
I came.
Parker's just going to stand in his food spot and eat.
Grabs plate, walks to wall. You all get about 10 minutes through slightly hungover breakfast consuming before you realise that Zerron has not come down.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, goddamn. Jane heads upstairs to go and rouse knee-high bestie.
I take Knee-High Bestie's plate of food.
She comes downstairs a minute or two later with a confused look on her face,
Oh no.
scratching her head. Zerron's not in his room. Did he say he was going out last night?
Never mentioned anything.
Well, whatever.
No notes or anything?
Not in his room. Whatever.
Okay.
We'll deal with it in a bit. Everyone get your breakfast down, yeah. Oh, I need to go and swill my face and prepare for my first day as owner, I suppose.
That's probably a good plan. As I said before, though, it was well deserved.
Well, thank you. I don't know what will come from it, family-wise, but if Uncle Cleon has signed it over to me, then so be it. I shall run the place in Big Mike's stead, and see how it goes.
Big boots to fill.
Indeed.
God damn.
God damn. Given everything that's happened, you guys, I know Zerron paid up for a couple of days. I think you've got another night paid up, but you're free to stay as long as you need in the village. I'm sure, being adventure types, you'll probably end up moving on, but don't worry about it. It's free of charge for the rest of the time in the village.
No, I wouldn't think of taking money out your pocket.
Well, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. She just turns away and goes behind the bar. Pours herself a pint. Anyone else?
Bit early, but sure, yeah.
It is, but you know.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, they say.
They have a little water and, mix it in like a little dandy kind of thing, please.
Yeah, we can.
I just turn to him and
Ooh, shandy boys.
I'll look at you.
We've not got
Eyes
lemonade.
clearly
yet, I don't
haggard.
think. Just a watered down ale. Ooh.
Yeah.
Bit
The
of lager
water.
in me, Stella.
I'm literally turning to him with an insulted face now. You're watering down my ale.
Bastard.
I'll look at you, like I say, haggard expression, clearly hungover. Not giving a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. She comes over with
Bit of bacon hanging out the side of my mouth.
brings a. Did you say you wanted one, Jack?
Yes, please.
Yeah, she brings a pint over for Jack. Brings like 3/4 of a pint over for Haldir. There's water on the table. I'm not going to do it myself.
Woman of taste. Yeah, I would refuse to as well.
Brings a quarter of the pint, fill halfway with water.
Oh my god.
Flavoured water. Yay.
She goes up to the front door and unlocks the front door and just opens the door. A firm breeze wafts in. Not necessarily cold, but certainly letting in the morning air. Oh, she lets out a little shiver and... well, that certainly warms the cockles. What's the plan for today?
Drugs.
Drugs?
Like shrugs.
Oh, shrugs.
Drugs. Wait.
That would have been rather out of character for work.
What kind of party is this?
Are you looking for work or?
Well, now with Zerron here, I'm not sure what we're going to do. So, yeah, if we could probably head up to the guild, see if they've got anything.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I can't really offer you much work here. You're welcome to clean some tables, but I can say firsthand it doesn't pay a lot. Yeah, the guild's probably a good idea.
What I will do though is, I'm going to sit down at one of the tables, and pull out some parchment and a quill and some ink and that, and write a letter. Basically, a letter to the brewery, telling them to offer discounts to this tavern for any orders placed.
Okay.
I know. I've just written this letter. I'm going to get this sent as a way of thanks to you for everything you've done. I'm going to insist they give you discounts on any future orders you place.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
That's the least I could do.
Don't really feel like I've done a lot, but
No,
I appreciate
you've looked
it.
after us, and so has this tavern.
Okay.
Is there anywhere I can get this sent?
I think. I mean, you could try at the guild. They. Well, can't remember if I've not been in the village long enough to know if they have a post house here, but the guild might have runners. I don't know. They could probably pay someone to run a message. I don't know.
I'll certainly look into that.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
As you're all talking, a couple of people start filtering their way in. Jane turns towards the door and has a smile on her face, but you can tell there's an air of, oh, fucking hell, here we go. First customers. Morning. These two older fellas nod and take a boo. 2 pints, please, love. Yes, certainly. She heads behind the bar.
Well, I'm ready to go whenever the rest of you are, if you've all finished or not.
Finish up
Just
my
a
water
moment.
here.
Neve's gonna gather some bread and run upstairs.
I'm just gonna, whilst I'm finishing Zerron's breakfast for him.
Horak puts his 2 plates down. You say you run upstairs with some bread, Neve?
Yep.
Yeah, the chicken.
Gotta feed the chicken.
Chicken. Do we know about the chicken, or did you hide the chicken?
And then she comes back down with some breaded chicken nuggets.
I think she whipped.
Look at what I got.
She whipped
No, I
Karen
did
out
show you
last
the
night,
chicken.
yeah.
Yeah, we knew about the chicken.
You know about the chicken,
You know, Karen.
Karen.
Does she have does it have like a Karen haircut too? It's a chicken with a little side bob.
It will by the end of this campaign.
Each day, just a little bit more grows into the bob.
You just need to feed her well.
While
Circus
you
probably
are
didn't.
sat around... Oh, sorry, go on.
Well, I'm just saying, Circus probably didn't feed her too well. It's probably skinny chicken.
While you're all sat round, Oron, you look down and Boone starts
Nah.
having a bit of a snifter. And he sniffs his way over to the front door. And then looks over his shoulder briefly and then carries on having a bit of a snifter outside.
Think your dog needs a shit.
I will get up and play a match.
It's
Yeah.
got to take bags with you. It's a clean state.
You shit bags.
That's going to be some big bags for that dog.
Just a nice little dog owner.
You head outside to see Boone has indeed laid his morning steam around the side of the tavern. But then he continues to have a sniff. Starts paying a bit of particular attention to a bit of ground about 10-15 feet away from the door of the tavern.
I'll have a look and see what it's about.
Yeah, give me a perception or investigation.
Section 18, 6, 20.
24. Yeah, you have a look. You're accustomed to tracking and the like, and you always pay Boone's snifters heed. You know, generally it's because he's found something rather than just having a playful sniff. And you get down onto one knee and you have a bit of a look, and you can see that in the kind of dirt path parts of the road outside the tavern. I mean, it's not all paved, you know, it's still not muddy by any means, but it's like dirt path kind of in the village exterior with bits of grass and stuff. But you can see in the dirt path there appears to have been a number of footprints, a couple of scraped footprints. You can run the assumption that there's either been some kind of interaction, altercation, maybe someone was dancing. There's certainly disturbed ground with numerous pairs of footprints. And the more you investigate with the 24, I'll say that you can pick out that whilst there are at least 4 sets of footprints, 3 of them seem larger in foot, and 1 of them seems significantly smaller in foot.
Oh, God. Well, I think we know where
Mihai
Zerron's
best you
gone.
know.
Seems that Marco from Trapoya got to him.
Does it sort of like show a direction where the footprints went off, or is it just a big messy?
It's mostly a messy. The more you kind of look at it and the more you think about it, it's probably less likely to have been a group of people dancing and more likely some kind of scuffle. And you can see that the footprints head out and away from the tavern, kind of southernly, kind of towards the, you suppose, where the exit of the tavern was, where the stables are. But they're not like, it's not clear footprints in mud, it's like scuffle because of a significant disturbance, and then some footprints lead off, and then, it's not an obvious track, but they head that direction. You notice as you follow that path, I won't make you roll again, you follow it out 15, 20, 30 feet, you notice that apart from the initial scuffle, the small pair of footprints is not amongst those leaving the area.
Yeah, I'll go back into the tavern. And... Did anyone hear anything last?
I fell asleep down here and I heard nothing.
Just looks like something happened outside.
So are we aware of Zerron not being there? Or are we just assuming he's still sleeping?
No, Jane went upstairs and Zerron's not in his room.
Okay.
Go outside and have a look at what he's on about.
Yeah, I won't make you roll. You go outside with Oran, he points it out. You can see the footprints that could be construed as a group of people dancing. Or it could have been a scuffle outside the tavern. And then the smaller footprints are not in the set that leave the area.
That's fine, he just said uppies.
Yeah.
Uppies.
I don't walk in my own village. Uppies.
Uppies.
Off with you.
If you're going to kidnap me, do it properly, goddammit.
Would like to investigate for lingerie to discern dancing, or a clown nose to discern kidnapping.
One of the footprints is a lot larger than the rest.
Round the
Suspicious.
Find a red nose buried in the mud.
There is no lingerie nor red nose buried in the mud. And,
I would like to ask around for sightings of a white carriage offering candy and puppy pettings.
Not the candy van.
You ask around. It's a quiet morning. You bump into a couple of guards. No one seems to have reported a white carriage in town.
Can I go back up and check Zerron's room to see if he left anything behind?
Yeah? Give me an investigation check.
You open the door to see his collection of short swords.
18.
Yep. As T says. The stuff that
Ah.
he would have had preparing for, calling it a night. His backpack, the excess of weaponry is there. His clothes and main equipped gear is not there. As if he's come into his room.
Not naked.
Yeah, come into his room, dropped off his kit for the night, and he's no longer there.
I would like to take the backpack down and talk to Oren. Do you think Boone could follow the scent if he picks it up from the backpack?
Very possible. Give it a try.
I'm gonna hold out the backpack to Boone.
Yeah, give me a perception check with advantage, because it's to do with smell. For Boone. I believe it's a plus
16, where is Boone?
plus 7, I think his perception is.
I think it's +7. That'll be
20...
23.
Yeah, perception +7.
Yeah, he has a good snifter of the bag. Has a bit of a snifter on Neve's hands holding the bag. Snifter all up and down the bag, and then he starts sniffing the floor, goes back out to the door, has a snifter of the floor again, and then does his slightly rigid head forward in the direction that the tracks went.
What's wrong with your dog?
Sorry, what was that?
Is there something wrong with your dog? He's just frozen.
No,
I
he's
think
picked
that means
something
he's
up.
found the scent.
Why doesn't he follow it?
Because he's waiting for us. Have you never been hunting before?
Well, I usually follow the dog.
Yeah, that's what he's waiting for us to follow.
Then why is he frozen?
Well, while that
Oren's
is
eyes
going on,
start to glaze over.
I'm going to hand off the Zerron's backpack to Jane for safekeeping.
Oh, thank you, love. Could you just put it back in his room, and I'll lock his door once I've served
Okay.
these chaps.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna take it back up, put it where I found it.
In the meantime, I'm going to get a stick and poke Boone.
Oh my god.
Boone lunges at your
Yeah.
throat and tears it out.
Well,
Give me a
You
strength
get-
saving throw.
you get pinned. Oops.
Goes for your front.
Oh, puppy kisses.
Boone
What does
gives
this
Oren an
brown
annoyed
button do
look,
on the back of the
telling
dog?
me not to do something. Tell your human to behave.
Yeah, so you all head out.
Well, I was thinking, does anyone want to go and get the cart and the horse? Well, perhaps me and Oren go with Boone.
Aye, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll catch up.
Is the cart still at the stables? Because that's where the footprints are heading.
You know what? It's probably a really good idea to ask at the stables if they know of a horse and cart that came through late last night.
I mean, yeah.
You follow that stiff dog, we'll catch up with you.
Stiff dog. You notice after he's alerted and Oron has picked up the acknowledged the alert, that he just sits and waits. He's not paralysed. It's the
Staring.
standard.
I can only
He
go off the
doesn't-
descriptions given to me at the time.
He doesn't even blink, he just stares.
So you all make your way towards Old Johnson's stables.
Oh, Long Johnson.
As you approach, you see that Old Johnson and his aide are stood on stools next to your cart with buckets of water, frantically trying to, apparently frantically trying to rub the side of the cart. As you all start to approach, Old Johnson kind of clocks you over his shoulder. And it's like, oh, shit. You see, scrubs a bit and then lowers his hand. Give me perception checks as you all approach.
Nice. Nat 1.
18.
22.
14.
20.
You can see that it has mostly been scrubbed. Probably quite good that Horak failed to pay any attention whatsoever after having a nice hearty double breakfast. You can just make out, after vigorous scrubbing, that the word freak has been graffitied along the side of the cart
Graffitis, those darn kids.
with a pair of horns on either side of the word.
It's okay. I don't notice, actually. I'm just off in the corner kicking a fucking pebble around.
It's good that he
Horak doesn't
notice.
notice.
God. Don't worry, I'll be upset for you.
Old Johnson kind of looks over and sees that Horak's not really paying any attention. I'm so dreadfully sorry.
Get a blanket over it.
He taps his aide on the shoulder and he runs off, comes back a couple of seconds later with a...
Just right, not above it. I'll be fine then.
Hey, fixed it.
Oh my god, this town loves me.
Super freak. Super freak now. He puts a bit of tarp over it. And I mean, as I say, it's mostly gone, but you can just make out the remnants.
Any idea who did this, or?
No, not at all. We came out to find it this morning. In positive news, though, the awning frame has been completed. We haven't quite yet acquired the awning of appropriate size to attach, but at least the frame's ready. How can I help this morning, anyway?
Did you see anybody come by last night, horse and carriage-wise?
Not late last night, but we had some... apart from you guys dropping off, or Zerron and Mr. Marston dropping off the cart after visiting the manor, we retired shortly after that, so... He kind of gestures his head towards your cart. We didn't see anything else.
Don't you usually have a guard near the stables at night?
There are some guards that patrol. We only had one posted to leave the message for you last night. But well, it seems perhaps having a stricter guard detail might be appropriate moving forward.
Probably a one-off, and in my lesser years, I would have probably said that they have a point.
Kind of scuffs his shoe on the floor a bit, looking a bit awkward. Do you need your cart today, or?
I think we're gonna take it for a spin, wouldn't we? Or
Yeah, we can have your horse prepared. He's been fed this morning and brushed, so he's ready to move.
Horse care.
Bling. You see Oron, whilst everyone's chatting, Boone starts to continue to have a snifty. And you know, obviously, through your training and tracking and stuff, that generally, once he's picked up a scent or something, he'll explore the local area. He never goes too far from you, 40, 50 feet max. You know, he'll always come back to alert you if needs be, or he'll woof or whatever. And he kind of disappears off, follows the tracks that it probably did come towards the stable area, and then the tracks veer off out of the main gate to a southeasterly direction. Which you would know is around the forest, you know, but southeasternly.
We're about to run into the Fairbanks equivalent of Big X.
Big bow.
The bandit boys. Big axe, big sword, big bow, big hammer, big dick. Wait, what?
Hey, yo.
I want to fight that guy.
His name's Richard and he's tiny.
But yeah, you kind of keep a peripheral eye on Boone whilst the conversations are going on, and he does his little indicate again, looks over his shoulder. You give him a nod and a little wave, and he potters his way back over towards you, sits down next to you.
Right, well, let's get the card ready then.
Let's head out. Sooner we can.
Right, I'm a head out.
Who's going to be on the cart in control?
I would take that honor.
Jesus, take the reins.
Are you, I notice Master Zerron's not with you. Are you just heading out on a trip, or are you going to be back?
He shot himself late last night. There's nothing to worry about. He's absolutely fine. At no point did we lose him.
Okay, fair. Stomach troubles are a nightmare. I have them myself too sometimes. Shan't knock it. But as long as everything's okay, then yeah, we'll
No reason to worry and or send out guards or have anybody sniffing around him. It's fine.
okay.
As we head out, I will just nod to Halia. Yeah, subtle.
Aye, that one pretty good.
Give me a persuasion check, Haldir.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Nice. Subtle like a smack to the face, but old Johnson believes you nonetheless. Stomach troubles
Old Johnson's an idiot.
Old Johnson's an old man. Yeah, you all head up on the cart. Yeah, without your oh well, what did you do with your cargo? I think you left your cargo on there. You have a quick flick through the cargo, and none of it seems to have been taken.
Well, at least they're really
Yay.
kind vandals.
Just
He
seems...
may be a
Those
freak,
darn
but I'm not about to
teenagers.
take the bread away from a man.
Those darn teenagers, they didn't touch our tents. Lovely.
Oh, we haven't put it up yet.
We're not putting a nice yellow stain up against the side of it.
Yeah, so with all of the cargo, you could probably fit 2 people up front, 2 people in the back, and then...
I'll stick on
Good.
foot.
Yeah, I mean, I can also walk. I don't mind.
Okay. Okie dokie.
I will have the bag all to myself then.
Yay!
Later.
Sitting just above the sign written on the side.
he sits on the back, and as the cart is moving, his feet drag on the floor, and he just leaves 2 marks.
My horns are
2
sticking
trails.
through the awning.
Yeah, there's no awning yet. The frame's folded down.
And there.
So it looks like you're in a cell.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like convertible. The frame folds down to just be an open
Prison
ass cart.
transport.
Or the aim is once it's built, the frame will fold up, hinge lock in place, and then you can put an awning over it if you wanted a covered cart. So yeah, you head out. Where are you headed?
Wherever the dog tells us to go.
What the dog doing?
He
South, whatever it was.
Yeah, southeasternly.
Southeast.
He has a bit more of a snifter, and then like pretty much once you're about 50 feet out of the town, he loses. The fuck are they? He loses.
Fucking shit Pringles.
He loses scent. but those trackers among you, if you want to make me a survival check.
I'm pretty good at that.
And it
Yeah.
ends.
I'm not very good at it, but I'll try.
Dirty 20.
12.
19.
I look at the floor. Yep, there's a floor there.
This path has definitely been trodden at some point. I can see road. With a little bit of passive kind of checking as you go in, looking over the sides and stuff, you start to, as you follow the road that heads around the forest, you don't really get much, but then the road kind of hugs, not really, about 40, 50 feet away from the forest edge is the road that follows the outskirts of the forest. There are some tracks that start to leave the road, continuing in a southeasterly direction.
Wait a fucking second. Are we going down to Big Axe?
Now, this is a different forest.
Right,
That's
all
the
right then.
forest on the very southeastern border.
I'm no
We
longer.
this is the forest we chose to go around, I think, instead of going through it.
Right, we're only there.
We sat there and we had that little Dora the Explorer debacle about how we're going to get around the forest.
Nope. We looked at it and we were like, nah. Nah, we're good.
So, what the dog doing?
That's the track.
Yeah, the dog lost the tracks, or the scent. But the
Are the... Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Go on. Are the tracks we're following, do they belong to elves or humans?
So, I probably should have elaborated that it seems to have been horse and cart type tracks. They are slightly inconsistent now that it's kind of off-road, but given that you've got experience in tracking and the like, you can tell that they seem to have been travelling at pace. It's...
Okay.
Yeah, there's some parts the horse track is, as I say, it's very inconsistent. But
because it for my favorite terrain forest, while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through.
Okay.
Not in the forest yet, though. We're 50 feet away.
Yeah, so because you're near enough to a forest, I'll give you this first one. Because it's also cool to be able to use your features. But further checks and stuff, you won't get anything because it's heading southeasterly, and if you follow it, you'll be getting too far away from the forest. So what do you get?
So it just says I get double my proficiency bonus
Sorry,
when I make
what information
intelligence
do you get
or wisdom
from
checks, and then if I'm tracking creatures,
Yeah.
I learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through.
Okay, so you can see that there was 2 horses that were travelling at pace, pulling a cart. You don't see any of the footprints, so you imagine whoever was there was on the cart. And given the tracks, you estimate that if we say now it's about after breakfast and getting to this point, it's about 11 in the morning. You imagine that this happened probably about 3 in the morning that they passed through here. So it's been there, it happened early hours, and given the haste that the tracks seem to have been made, that they've basically got out of town and then made a dart for it.
We have 8 hours to catch up on. Let's go.
Do we know if they're taking the Hobbit to Isengard?
If we're running on the assumption that the Hobbit hath been lifted, they could possibly be heading in an Isengard southeasterly direction. Horax just sat at the back there.
Wait, do we have an elf? Do we have an?
You do have an elf.
Do we have an elf? Do we have an elf? What do your elven eyes see?
They went that way.
They probably do.
They went that way.
They went that way. Oh, right. Really?
As Neve points out, and keep everyone that thus far has made references to things keeps kind of suggesting a southeasterly direction. Jack, things start to cross your mind.
What in particular things? I know that
The
this
things,
is back towards my home.
you know what seems to be in a southeasterly direction.
We have the 3 breweries down in this direction, because it's the best soil and land. This is where my home is. There is. I'm not sure which bits of information you want me to give.
Give whatever information you want. It's information you know. It's how much you want to tell everyone. This is all in character, Brev. I'm just saying the direction they're headed. You take it as you want.
I need to have a.
It's gonna. So you estimate as well, given the amount of time it's gonna take. If you are, as Jack says, that like my home is in that direction and blah blah blah. It's gonna take like 2 days to get there. So that's
As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any other settlements in between here and where the breweries are. So it will take a couple of days of travel at least.
And with Neve, obviously Neve, you know that those 2 days could become 1 day. So you'll only have to have one kip in the middle.
And with that ability you gave us, we may actually get close to catching them.
Well, if we
tracking.
don't know, we'll only be 4 hours behind instead of 8.
Depends on how hard we want to push our lone horse against their 2. Well, we may be able to do it. Not sure if our horse can. But we can but try. I mean, has been freshly stabled for the night.
It's got his full cause.
Yeah. So I think we can push on for quite a bit. Yeah.
Let's go then. Unless anyone wants to hang around.
I don't see any reason to.
Last I was under the assumption we were still moving.
Yeah, this conversation's happening as you're following the tracks.
No.
I think the choice now is, now that you've kind of got a destination and a plan in mind, it's less kind of slowly just following whilst trying to ascertain a direction and information. Now you need to decide at what pace you want to continue if you've got a destination in mind.
I mean, once we get closer, I can take us straight to either any of the 3 breweries, if we can ascertain which direction the tracks lead. Could probably shave a bit of time off. But other than that, I think we should press on.
I nod in agreement.
Agreements. Well then. Well then, Mr. Egon, let's go. You got the reins.
Alright.
Lick.
I'll be whistling some jaunty tunes. Anybody got a harmonica?
I got a float.
It'll do.
Okay. So what pace are we travelling then?
Trotting.
We are picking up the pace a bit.
Yeah.
You gotta warm the horse up, man. So you're not like a...
Yeah, we can't just
Wanna
full on sprint
wreck the
immediately.
horse.
That's
Let's have a little look. Yeah, fuck! Oh, that falls off the back. Fuck! Right, Jack, give me a performance check. See how jaunty the tunes are.
stop. We gotta go back. We lost our
That's a
tiefling.
natural 20. This is jaunty as fuck.
Hey yo.
If that jaunty, I'm gonna put a bit of like elastic between my horns and just start twanging away at it to play along.
Where's Jack? There's Jack, another natural 20. Chaldir, if you would, my dear. I haven't even got my dice out yet. I was fully in story mode. Give me a animal handling check.
16.
16, yeah. You know, of course, that your boy, whatever his name is, number 3, he's a Shire horse. So he's built for long distances or longer distances over speed. But yeah, he trots along as you warm him up to a bit of a faster pace. I'll say everybody give me just a general perception check as you're travelling.
Another natural 20. I like this.
Or Horak's fucking out of it this morning.
Double breakfast, still on the Fairbank Special. It's just got wine brain.
21.
Hey!
Hey.
Another natural 20 for Jack. What was yours, Oron?
A 9.
They call
Oh
it
yeah,
a 9.
I forgot the bonus. Mine's an 8.
Hey. Better.
Better.
Wow.
So we'll say it's a. I mean, as much as you want to travel in a straight line, off the beaten path, and it kind of makes you think, like, if this is the way to the breweries, like, why is there not a road more direct? But then, Jack, you reflect back and you know that the road kind of comes from the southeast, and it goes more westernly, joins up with that main road that the outposts were on, and then follows up alongside the forest to north or south, whichever way you wanted to go. So you are currently taking a detour off road. The land is a little bit rickety. It's not the most comfortable of rides.
Roll for pothole.
Yeah. Well, that was. You beat me to it. Because we are going off-road in a more direct path, I'll say Haldir will have to make it because he's driving. Give me a survival check at disadvantage, please. Got to beat a 15.
Oh, I can feel it in my bones. We're about to break down and get banditized.
17.
17. You see it. Like, it's a good job you've not gone for a speed horse. But so because Big Shire is he's going at pace but not sprinting, you have enough time to react that you can see just over a small hill there's a bit of a ditch to one side, and you kind of turn him in time. Everyone's like, oh fucking hell, you nearly run over Neve and Jack on the side of the cart. You shout over, sorry, hole in the ground, and you manage to not ditch the cart. So well done.
I'm sideways in the back now.
Covered in tent. Oh, fucking hell. So you continue with your 21s. Jack sees it first with his natural 20. But as the hours pass, the day progresses. Is there anything you want to achieve during the day before we get too far in? Conversations that you want to have, etc., etc. Because otherwise it's just got to be travel time. And we are going to get to about tea time, about 6, 7 o'clock in the PM, before you start to see something. So it's up to you guys if you want to have had any conversations, what you want to talk about, what you want to do. I don't know if you're all just going to sit there and enjoy the ride, enjoy the
Complete silence.
just complete silence for 6 hours.
I'm just sat in the back on my own, just fucking.
Nah, Jack just keeps
all the way.
fluting for 6 hours. As he's jogging next to the cart.
Jack, you see it first, off towards a copse of trees, probably a couple of miles away. You can see a very thin, in the distance, plume of smoke. Excuse me, coming from a copse of trees in the distance.
The Veil bastards are back.
Not again.
It's not purple smoke.
I will jog slightly further ahead of the group, just to determine and make sure that is exactly what I'm seeing, and then I'll just sort of turn and back and raise a hand and just to stop everyone.
Something that I've not really brought up, but as a point of note moving forward, I know, like, Neve and Jack or whoever like to walk sometimes. If you are just going to be walking all the time, you are going to start to get exhaustion, because as much as 60 feet every 6 seconds is a long way, if you run in for fucking 8 hours a day, you are going to be fucking knackered.
Fair.
So there's that to bear in mind for future. Don't just run all the time, because I will start exhausting you. But yeah, you run ahead a little bit, you get a spot on, the sun's going down, but you can just about make out in a copse of trees, a mile or two ahead down the road, you can see a thin plume of smoke. You jog back to the cart, and then as you point it out, Oran and Neve can see it. Then Haldir.
I think we may have
Then
stumbled across them. Knew it might happen eventually. What do we want to do? I don't think we'd be able to approach with the cart. It'd be too loud. I think some of us should go ahead. Maybe scout out.
I'm not exactly the most stealthiest among us, so I don't really think I should be a scoot.
That's fair enough.
A scoot.
I'm still not really caught on to the fact that we've stopped. I'm just staring off into the sky.
Takes a minute or two to realise you're no longer getting...
I'm just subconsciously going like this in the back of the car now.
Horak, we stopped.
Sorry, I know we need to get better suspension, but...
Horak, we stopped like 10 minutes ago. Oh.
I'm just in the back, like thinking about adding racing stripes to the car and stuff.
Speed above the frame.
Go
Spoilovers,
faster
you know what I
stripes,
mean?
mate. Go faster stripes.
Get some flames on the side. It suits my origin.
So who's going to stay behind with the cart, and who's going to come with us?
Well, I'm definitely not built for stealth.
Yeah. I'm
Perhaps
definitely
if
saying
you
we're
and
not.
Haldir stay with the cart, then the rest of us go ahead. You may want to leave Karen behind as well, Neve.
Oh, Karen is still in the
Why did you
tavern.
bring... I was about to
Oh,
say,
right.
I didn't bring the chicken.
I was going to say, I thought the chicken
He's
came
an integral
everywhere
part
you
of the
went.
group now.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to go back I just left her there because we have to go back anyway once we find Zerron. All his stuff is there.
Karen's got a job, mate. She's behind the bar.
Is Karen static?
Is she statted? Yeah, she's got 1 HP, can't attack.
Listen,
Battle
Perception, investigation.
she's intimidating, okay? That's why her name is Karen.
What frustrating, this chicken has an intimidation check.
I mean, you can make an intimidation check. It's going to have a -8, but... nah, not that much.
No, she's not the. She's in the tavern. Eating bread.
Just eat
Roll
bread.
for manager.
Yeah.
Roll for manager.
So we're splitting the party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Don't
no!
you want something to
Oh
signal
god, here we go.
the cart lot
Oh,
in case something
God
happens?
fucking damn it.
So Haldir, Horak, Horace the horse. They're all H's.
Not Horace.
You're all chilling with the cart, and then Neve, Jack, and Oron and Boone are gonna head. So how close are you getting? As I say, you first clocked this smoke a mile or two away. So it's up to you how close you want to get before you split.
I'm sure a cart could get within like half a mile before being heard.
Yeah, I mean, but after that we don't probably. Then we'll split off.
Yeah, good. Like, yeah, half a mile. I don't know how far that is.
I agree,
But-
but we'll also be right back. Just 1 minute.
Okay, we will deal with Haldir and Horak secondarily.
Let me.
I agree,
How-
but from the shadows.
Let's somebody
Oh,
Google
okay.
how far is half a mile.
No,
in
no,
feet.
it's I googled it. It's fine.
I mean, I want to know how far's half
Oh,
a mile
in feet.
What, in
I don't
yards,
know
in
what
feet,
feet are
what?
either.
In feet,
but-
because that's what D&D movements measure.
2,640.
Okay,
Yeah.
quite a long.
Oh
way.
shit.
Okay.
That's 1 mile.
Oh, that's a mile, so 1,300 odd.
No, that's half a mile.
That's
Alright.
very far.
1 mile is 5.2 thousand feet.
Okay,
Well,
sweet. So you get
Yes,
2,000
walking,
feet
boys.
away, half a mile away, and you split. We'll say, for logic's sake, you find a slightly more ridgy bit of land, like just off the side of a hill, to kind of sit with the cart, so you're not just out in the middle of a field. And the three of you start making your way towards the copse of trees.
Yes,
Our battle music begins to play.
roll initiative. You've been spotted, even though you haven't rolled stealth. Well,
Yeah. I mean,
Anything
I've
happening on
said
the
it
way?
before. As the I can't help but double check. But I've said before, I'm not going to ask you if you're stealthing. If you're going quietly, you're going to have to tell me. Otherwise, I'm just assuming you're approaching, and I will.
yeah, we're not just bodding through. We are going to try and approach.
I didn't think so,
quietly.
but
Yeah.
I need to get
Yeah,
out
I
of
think-
the habit
yeah.
of double checking. In
We're
future.
going
I'm
to-
just going to punish you for not stating it.
I think we're gonna walk kind of normally for a bit until
Yeah.
we get closer within range, and then start sneaking.
Okay, right. Give me
You can
stealth
just
rolls.
tiptoe half a mile. Like the cramps are getting my fucking feet.
Nat
Jesus
20,
Christ.
baby.
Natural 20
That's
for
3
Neve.
in a row.
Fucking hell.
3 in a row.
13, 7, 20.
Neve.
I
And
think this session I might be getting dethroned as the D20 leader.
yeah.
My God.
Oron was
Does your
That's
dice?
when it
Does your
17
die
plus-
only have 20s?
Well, this one appears
13 plus
apparently.
7, 20.
30-20 and Boone.
Boone, he will be getting a natural 1.
Oh
7
god.
plus 7, 14.
Oh dear.
14.
Imagine the dog just ruff runs and barking.
Why is everyone creeping, mate? Fucking smoke over there. Hey, who's our fire going? Fucking shut up, Boone.
Oh, smoke, boys! Do you know why my friends are sneaking?
There's people over there. Hey.
Hey, hey,
It's barking at
Dad,
me.
Dad, oi. So, you start to sneak. You get slightly closer. You get slightly closer still.
As I'm approaching now, I'm also going to look for anything that could be made as into a trap, like a tripwires or anything that could alarm.
Okay, yeah. Give me an investigation check. Check for traps. Bastard.
We use the same dice.
As I said, I'm not going to ask. I need to get out of the habit of just like trying to protect you guys by double checking. If you don't tell me you're stealthing, if you don't tell me you're checking for traps, I'm just going to start fucking killing you.
It's an 18.
18. So you get closer, you kind of hunker down a little bit. As you slow down, you get to the tree line. You know you're probably a couple of 100 feet from where you guess the smoke would be now. Neve, of course, and Auron with a bit of tracking. It's technically forest. It's more of a copse of trees. It's not a full forest. It's more like a small wood, I suppose. But as you get to the outskirts, Jack, you kind of hold everyone a little bit. You start to have a look, and you notice along the ground, about 2 inches off the floor between a couple of the trees, like in a northwesternly direction, anticipating people coming, following. That's the direction they'd come into the entrance of the forest on about 5 or 6 of pairs of trees to cover a fair area. You can see that there are some tripwires. You see them, you look up, you can see that they are pegged into the tree. Into, not up against it. And you look up and you can see into the canopy that there are some leaf-disguised nettings.
I'll definitely point these out to the others, and that you need to watch your footing. Careful. We need to. If they've got these, they may have other traps as well. Just be careful where you step.
Acknowledged.
Now that we know these are here, we may be able to use them to our advantage if the need be.
Well, I guess we're going around then.
Try and find a safe route then through these
We're only
traps.
2 inches off the floor. Just go over the fucking things.
Yeah, so easy enough. Like, as I say, it's between like 5 or 6 pairs of trees in that direction. So if people had just come running into the forest, it probably would have caught them. But you make your way round carefully, and you can make your way into the forest.
You know, checking,
you're probably
being
about,
stealthy, checking traps.
Yeah, you're about, we'll say 200 feet from where you guess the smoke is.
And I have a beady eye as to what I can see.
Yeah, give me perception. I'll say disadvantage because it's getting dark and it's in a wooded area. You know, it's not a clear line of sight.
15.
15. You can't see any light. You kind of look up, and whilst it's difficult to make out between the canopy, you kind of try and find a gap and try and find the right angle, and as you're looking up, you can't see any smoke anymore.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm slightly worried now as to thinking that we may have been spotted. I'm going to look around just to see where the light could have gone. Did I see them like put out the fire or?
So, apologies, let me explain a bit better. You couldn't see any light, but where you'd expect to have looked to maybe have seen a campfire, you can't see any light. So it's not as if you saw a light be extinguished. But as you're looking to think, where could the campfire be?
But it's got my vision's blocked, sort of thing.
Yeah, you have a look and you can't see a campfire and you can no longer see the smoke. So it's a reasonable assumption to think that they've probably put it out. Whether that's because it's night time, whether it's because they're moving on, whether it's because you've been spotted and they're trying to hide, you don't know. All thoughts start to cross your mind.
Both parties have just like snuck past each other. They're now at the car.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait, where'd they go? Scooby Doo.
So I'm gonna,
Run past each other in battle and then just turn around.
okay, so I'm gonna continue moving up stealthily to where I think the fire was.
Since this is not really a forest, I guess I don't get my double proficiency, but I'd also like to have a look around. See if I can spot something.
Yeah, so I will say, in the interest of using your cool features, you won't get your double proficiencies, but I won't give you disadvantage on having a perceive in the forest.
Okay. That is not as great as I had hoped. 19.
Still pretty good. Once Jack kind of points out that he's struggling to kind of see through the trees a little bit. You can't see the smoke anymore. You're like, right, okay, you're used to scouting things in forests, so you kind of have a peer. You get a bit closer, another 50, 55, 60 feet closer. And even on the air now, you start to get the sense of campfire smoke. But you're looking around and you can't see a campfire anywhere. So that kind of backs up Jack's thoughts that it's been put out. Given the smell, you know that you're getting closer, but exactly where it is, you're not sure.
And we can't see anyone either. There's just darkness, nothing. But it smells like a campfire.
Yeah, it smells like there's been a campfire nearby, but you can't see anyone.
If we can smell the campfire sort of smoke. Is there a breeze coming through the wood, which I can sort of try and determine which direction it could be blowing the smoke from, to try and discern direction as to where it could be?
I was going to suggest that, but I'm not there, so that would be meta.
I was also going to suggest that we have a dog.
Yeah, there's that too. I've just had a brain fart. Is a nature check a thing?
Yeah, nature check.
Nature is one of the options for rolling. I've just
I
thought. I don't think I've ever asked for a nature check. It's always
nature checks are cool.
But yeah, give me a nature check.
17.
Okay. You kind of lick your finger, feel for a breeze, and you kind of pinpoint it to be in the direction that it should have come from.
So I'll relay that information to the others, and so I think, judging by the wind and the scent of the smoke, they probably come from that direction. So I think we should keep going that way quietly.
Using all sorts of military like hand signs.
Yeah. Glance over at Boone. What is Boone doing?
Boone is having a snifter, but given the stealthy approach, I suppose orders that Auron would have logically relayed, he's just staying close to Auron, waiting for other orders. But he's having a bit of a snifter around, but yeah, not just wandering off on his own.
Sneef, sneef, sneef.
Sneef, sneef. So you start to make your way a bit closer?
Yeah, super sneaky.
Okay. Super sneaky. Okay. give me I'll say a perception check for Boone with advantage through Schmel.
What is it? 14 plus 7, 20.
21.
21.
21.
I'll say as you're all kind of hunched, crouched, slowly moving through stealthily, Caely Whaley, Boone's having a sniff there along as you're going. And he comes and stands in front of you and goes rigid. And you know that's generally the sign that he's trying to block you, like a stop kind of thing.
I will instantly freeze and look around as to why we would get that off Boone.
Okay, give me perception. You can all give me perception if you want.
19.
What the fuck am I
19.
rolling? I'm not there.
Perception.
Well, he said
for you
all.
will be- Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Something just comes across you. I must look.
Firefly.
Boone?
What did we all get?
19. Oh,
19.
Oh
19.
no, Vibo.
Fucking pull him back. Pull him back.
I like that he said 1 minute. And it's
the
been
camera
like
won't be on anyway.
20.
Yeah, awkward. I'm hidden away. Oh no, V-boy. Has anyone else got a spare that could log in?
No.
No. Biggie, have you got yours?
right.
There's about 5 V-bows in the group from various times where V was late in the previous campaign. Like Vol's got one, Biggie's got one, like a backup V. Yeah, sorry, while we're fiddling around, what were your perception rolls?
19.
19.
Okay. You see in the shadows very briefly, and you kind of all point it out and notice it. There are at least 3 figures hiding behind trees, trying to mask behind tree and bush. Seem to be wearing very dark clothing, covering their whole bodies. I mean, you don't get a good look at them, but it certainly seems to be all covered, hiding behind trees, close to, in the direction of, but slightly away from where the campfire was. And as you get a bit closer, you can see where the campfire was. It has indeed been put out. There's still very dull embers and a little bit of smoke coming out, as if it was hastily put out, a bit of dirt kicked over it, not like tidily put away. Certainly put down in haste.
Oh, right. Thing is, I probably need to change the name.
What's the name on it, mate?
Uh,
I mean, the name should fit,
just
should
put,
it not?
Just put the camera on.
camera's on, isn't it?
No, it was on and it went back off again. There you go. That'll do. We'll just have a black hole in the middle till V gets back. Cheers, mate. Double bigger. So yes, you can see the hastily put out fire, and you've clocked 3 figures.
Both parties stare at each other in silence.
Yeah. At this point, given the fact that you've clocked at least 3 figures hiding behind trees, it would at this point be reasonable to assume that they know that you're there.
Continues to sneak anyway.
Sneak on.
Just starts to circus dance towards the campfire.
I
They'll
knew
never
it.
expect the circus.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
What is Spanish?
As you're all kind of sat in quiet deliberation, you hear a voice, seemingly sourceless because it comes out of nowhere. You don't know exactly, I mean, reasonably from the direction-ish of where they are, but you don't know exactly where from. Quicker than we anticipated.
Upon hearing that, well, I guess the subtleties of stealth are no longer needed then, and I'll stand up.
You make out a couple of hushed murmurings. You can't make out what's being said.
I'll take it you've been expecting us then.
Runs around, pet a kiss cat.
We've been expecting you,
Being you.
Mr. Marston.
As he turns around, I'm just stroking Eve.
Excuse me. Thank goodness Horak isn't here, who would yeet something.
I know, yeah, straight away. Javelin! Urus!
Start yeeting my 5 spare bows at them.
Oh, say,
just
Horak.
firing bows out of the bow.
Stop throwing stuff at people.
I have upgraded it to a bow and bow.
A bow and bow.
At this point, once we've been rumbled, I'm going to send Boone back to the others. Back to Horak and Halden.
Okay.
And hope they realise that means something's gone.
So what order do you give him?
What's wrong, boy? Oren fell down a well?
Turn to the others, bring them here.
Go back to the others, bring them here.
Fetch.
Okay.
Fetch.
Boone turns and
Proceeds to kick dirt.
Bye.
starts to run
It's
back.
caught in trap.
Such a good pupper.
In the interest of fairness, give Boone a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Not the dog.
Dexterity 7 plus 12. I'll be in 19.
Okay. I will. That's
So there was the
specifically
traps.
specifically why I asked for what order do you give him, and you didn't stipulate avoid the traps. So yeah, you hear. After
What even is a trap? The dog is like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't hear it because you send him off.
We don't know if he
Rolls
got
over
there.
the triple.
We don't know if he's gonna come back, but we're hopeful. We hope for the
Fine,
best.
I'm sure he'll be.
What do you
Right
want
then.
then?
Well, we believe that you're in possession of something that is one of us.
You have something I want.
Something that belongs to us.
I would like to see the baby.
What's that then?
A little friend of ours.
Who are you?
What you want? Formal introduction or just a group of adventurers as the answer?
No, I'm talking to you.
My name's Jack. Jack Marston.
As you say your surname, I'd like you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
I'm a monk. It's what I
In
do.
fact, no, actually, no, you don't need to. How does deflect missiles work?
Jesus Christ.
It works. Right on. I think it's reaction, isn't it?
So
You can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you're hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 13. And if I reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand, I can throw it back at them.
Okay, so,
Nice.
however I fucking want to, I'm a monk. So, make the roll. What is it, 1d10 plus 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
21?
21.
Oh, no. No. 19, sorry. Discounted.
19. As you are talking, and as you say your name, you kind of... I don't know, get a...
Monk senses.
Yeah, your monk senses start tingling, and you instinctually just reach out,
Damn it.
catch what, for a lack of better description, could be construed as a ninja star. Comes
Christ.
flying towards you, and you catch it.
I'll just start twiddling it between my fingers like a coin.
I will say that even though you've caught it, you've negated the damage, but you've got no idea where it came from, so you can't throw it back.
As I say, I'll just start twiddling it between my fingers like a coin. Okay, you done?
Cuts his fingers up as he's doing that.
You done yet?
But I look cool doing it.
Oh.
What was that?
As you catch the ninja star, the three figures step from behind their trees, and you have a little look over your shoulder, and three other figures step from trees behind you. Which would be reasonable to assume where one of the ninja stars come from. Well, the ninja star came from.
They're pulling up on us. Gang, gang.
We've got no issue with you two. We just want Marston.
Why?
As you look, they are all, I want to say dressed like ninjas, but not in the fully stereotypical sense. It's kind of all black outfits, wrist wraps, leg wraps, kind of
Rogue-like dressing.
Yeah, but ninja-esque rogue-like dressing. And you can see on the shoulder, even though it's dark, you've all got dark vision, haven't you? Have you got dark vision, Oron?
Yes.
Yeah, you can make out, just embroidered on the shoulder, is a snake.
Do we know what that symbol is? Would it be known or...
Jack does. Give me a history check, you two.
Out of character, I think I know what it might be.
Natural 20, even though I'm not from here. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't think borders really worry these guys.
Neve got a natural 20. What did you get, Oron?
8.
8?
I don't do...
I mean, I'm honestly inclined to give you advantage given certain reasons of your history. So roll another.
Another
one.
17 plus 1, was it? History 1. Yeah, so 18.
Okay. Without a full extensive knowledge, because they are ultimately a secret, super cool kids club, you may have heard references to dodgy dealings and things that have happened in reference to the Shadow Serpent Syndicate. Jack knows exactly who these are and probably why they're here.
That is such an edgy name.
I'll say Oron won't know anything else, I will say with Neve's natural 20, you would have maybe heard that a brewery was attacked. That's maybe how you heard of them.
So they're rogue moonshiners. Gotcha. They're after that moonshine delivery wagon. Let's go.
Whiskey gang war.
Whiskey.
So as you all go through your contemplations, I suggest you two head back to your cart. We're only here for Marston.
And what about our small friend? What do you want him?
Oh, the little fella? Well, he was just the means of getting you out here. He's safe.
Where is he?
For now. Not here. We needed some insurance in case this end goes bad. I'm sure Mr. Marston can probably guess where he might be.
Yeah. And the fact that you would use their... Yeah. Well,
Makes sense to take him back to our base of operations, doesn't it?
it will not be your base of operations for long.
These are really shit ninjas.
You desecrate my home with your very presence there.
Oh no, these are really good ninjas.
Voiceless comments.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
I thought I was muted, man's commenting to him. Oh, very good at ninjas.
This is our
Genuinely thought, like, when you first said it, I was sort of just like, yeah, do we
Phoebo's
take
just
it back to
watching
our
a
own
film
base?
with his popcorn. He's one of the annoying cunts that talks for
I
a film.
Literally, I thought it was just like, yeah, our super secret ninja base. You know exactly where it is, don't you, mate? It's like, that's a shit ninja.
Oh, they're based in my home. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Pretty good ninjas.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, was responding and was muted.
Now that while this is going on, we shall have a leap back to the cart where we can decide how good or bad this is going to go as 6 figures approach the cart.
I draw all 5 of my bows.
I put a dagger in between my toes. No. Okay.
As they approach, one of them hasn't got his head wrapped ninja styley. He's got black hair swept to one side, and he's got black makeup around his eyes with a line across.
He's edgy.
He's edgy. He's an edgy boy. He's part of the Shadow Serpent Syndicate. Edgelords.
It's the edgiest name I've ever heard. The Shadow Serpent Syndicate.
They approach.
Go there, friend. You have to a My Chemical Romance concert.
He's just walking along.
Tonight, late the night, I've gone for you.
Over again.
They approach the wagon. They say, "We're not here for trouble. We know your
Good.
friends are in the forest. This will all be over soon, and you can be on your way. We're only here for Marston."
Right, what's he done then?
Well, he's got a little something we want. A little bit of
You have something I want.
something from his past, his parents. Well, it's not to concern you. It's we're just here, just to let you know that there's they'll no doubt be having a chat with the rest of our lot in the wood.
Like a chat or a chat?
I mean, there doesn't have to be any hostilities. I can't necessarily speak for Mr. Marston's reaction. But if it's all problem-free, then you can be on your way. We'll be on our way. That'll be the end of it.
There's 6 of them, isn't there?
The 6 of them there, yeah. This guy talking and 5 other ninja-looking dudes with a... at this point, Horak and Haldir, if you want to roll history checks to see if you recognise the outfits.
I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and decide for characters' reasons. I just don't.
Okay.
19.
19, you look over at them and you see the rogue-like ninja-esque garb with a snake embroidered on the shoulder. And whilst you've not had any experience with, you've probably heard of some criminal-based exploits of the Shadow Serpent Syndicate.
I'll make it very obvious that I've looked at his arm, seen the signage, and just nod and be like, "Oh yeah, right."
Wonderful. Well, please don't mind us as we'll linger nearby for a bit. Make sure your lot have left, and that'll be the end of it.
I'll stop you now, can I? You do you, boo.
He looks at you slightly confused.
What the fuck is a boo?
Nods his head backwards and they move away a bit, keeping an eye on you.
Roll to seduce.
A couple of minutes pass. Boone comes running over to the cart. Starts having a snifty around the cart. Kind of jumps up, puts his feet next to you, Haldir, at the front. And then jumps back down and does the pointed,
frozen
pointing.
moonwalk.
the pointed frozen indication to back towards the forest, and then looks over his shoulder, walks a couple of steps forward, does the point again, looks over his shoulder.
I am going to look at Horak, then eyeball the dog, and then look back again.
I'm going to do the same back.
Okay, now we're stuck in an
Staring.
endless limbo of attempted
dog.
silent
Look at each other.
communication.
Look at the dog.
The sun
Look at
set.
each other.
And he looks at me, and I look at him.
And he looks at
Looks at
me,
me.
and
And
I
I
look
look
at
at
him.
Just trying to quietly weigh up whether or not it's worth risking getting stabbed in the backs by 6 dudes whilst we trot into the woods.
I'm going to continue this midget in the closet song by then looking at the serpents, and then looking back at Horak, and then looking at the dog.
Once or twice more, Boone kind of, couple of steps, looks over his shoulder. You can see he's like trying to indicate, but ultimately he's passed the message on, as was his prerogative, and then he just starts sprinting back off towards the forest.
Let's just chuck the horse and cart in gear and go to the woods with that. See if the ninjas can keep up with us.
I'll say, yeah, I wind up the windows, I lock the door. Having a little bit of knowledge on the horse, how fast can it yeet us out of here? In that direction.
Give me an intelligence check.
That's a very silly thing to give me.
Wait, while you're like in the heat of the moment, trying to weigh up your options. How fast can we get to the forest?
10.
10.
Am I thinking this is a great idea in the mind of a Boone? Or...
Like, you imagine a horse at full pace, pulling a cart or not, is probably going to outrun some dudes on feet. You've also seen how quick Jack can move. And whilst Jack isn't a ninja, I mean, with a 10, I'll leave it at you.
I attempt the same roll.
You can give me an intelligence check, yes.
I will indicate this by looking at the reins and then looking at Horak, telling him my intentions. fire, I might.
And
10. You
I
know,
just doing the exact same thing.
you know the horse could probably outrun some dudes on foot, but you've seen how quick Jack can move. Jack's not a ninja, but with a 10, I'll leave it at you.
Okay, should we just go?
You look at them. I mean, in the interest of fairness, you look at them and you cannot see any weapons.
We're gone. Let's go.
Yep. I'm
Full
fucking
pelt
going
in
on.
boom
To the
direction.
back. I'm prepared to swing my hammer at anyone that chases.
Okay. You whip crack when his whippy tail.
Be the angels?
Nay!
No. Two guys who need to roll new characters.
We are but dead.
Ow.
So,
Don't mind us, we're just hastily heading to market.
on the
Oh no, I forgot I left the stove on. Sorry, boys.
Sorry, guys. We gotta
On
go.
6 D20s,
Jesus Christ.
one of them was an 11. The rest were all below 11.
Oof.
I like those numbers.
I like these odds.
Does a 17 hit Haldir?
No.
So, as you all start to flee, you hear ting, 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 ting. You hear a number of, as you look over your shoulder, Horak, you're probably looking. You see them all. They all yeet a ninja star your way. Haldir, one of them comes close and bounces off your armoured shoulder. Yeah, fucking hell.
Get your fucking insurance on the way back, knobhead.
They all start Naruto running.
A reactionary.
Oh, shit.
Can I reactionary yeet a javelin back at them?
You can throw a javelin back at one of them if you'd like.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, fuck it.
One of them trips and all the
I
others
like
fall
throwing
over.
things. Listen, I've thrown something every episode so far, so fucking why not?
You just throw
We
things,
cannot
man.
break the cycle.
Before you roll, are you aiming at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the dude without a hood?
Let's
Which one looks like he's from the Hidden Leaf Village?
yeah, whichever one looks most like Sasuke.
They've all got hoods on, and the dude without a hood on
That's
doesn't.
gay.
Yeah,
Does one of them
Why
run
did
like
you
he's
say
got
it like
something
that?
going on in his life?
I mean, they're ninjas. They're all.
yeah, like, I'll go for the one whose face I can see.
Okay.
It's more personal
You
that
say-
way.
Go for the edgy one.
23 to hit.
23 will hit. I don't think a javelin counts as a missile.
No.
Yeah, it needs to be an arrow or a small piece of.
An arrow, a dart, a throwing dagger, things like that.
Yeah. The javelin will hit.
9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. You yeet the javelin using the momentum of it flying towards them and them running at pace. It collides with his shoulder and poof, knocks him onto his back. Get after him! The other 5 continue to sprint after you. They don't appear to be catching, but they are. You're not really getting away from them. They are fast, but not.
They're like, what the fuck? How much
not,
longer?
not as fast as the horse, you know.
I'm like, during the
have the
time that
stamina
it takes
of the
to get
horse.
from where we were to where everyone else is, can I throw my other 2 javelins?
You certainly can. You can throw a javelin once every 6 seconds, and you were what, half a mile away?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a 21 to hit.
It's
And a fucking nat 20?
I'm gonna be honest,
Oh.
I genuinely didn't think
Um,
that we'd be playing GTA today.
yeah. I'll say, yeah, you knock another one on his ass, and with a natural 20, we won't bother with damage and injury rolls. We'll just say that one goes through his fucking head. He's gone.
LSPD, pull over.
I hope to God at some point I can go back
Stop
and
the
pick up the
car
javelin with a skull on
now.
it. Right, so just rolling 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one takes 6 piercing.
6 piercing. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, 2 of them are no longer pursuing as they've been proned by incoming javelin at speed.
I have successfully reduced it to a 9v6.
And one of them is quite clearly dead. It goes straight through his head. He stops, the javelin digs into the floor, and then he just slides back down it.
Oh,
He is Dunyan Rings.
To make the odds that little bit better,
You
Could
have
I
no
pass
idea how
for
much I want to go
my
back for
hand?
that fucking skull on a stick after.
See how it goes. So you now have 3 more hooded fellows, ninja fellows in pursuit.
I pass Horak my hand axe to yeet at one of them.
I also have 2 hand axes. I throw 3 more weapons.
oh my god.
Okay.
I'm just
yeah.
imagining this fucking
fucking
demon
hate
just throwing
emos.
everything out goes a crap.
Right, so you just get 3 d20s.
Okay, now. Drive by if I've ever seen one.
16,
Misses.
19,
Hits.
and a 23.
Hits. So one of them's like... dodges one of them. The other 2 are like, fucking hell.
Oh! 2 max rolls. The other 2 take 10 piercing. Or slashing, whatever the fuck they take.
So we'll say, like, the axes not being like fucking dart style, they impact and they're like, ah, fuck, but they won't stick in, but they'll like give a bit of a slashing glazed impact as they carry on. So there are currently 3 hand axes, 3 javelins out in the middle of this field somewhere.
I am ridiculously tempted to do something stupid, but I'm not going to.
Yes, you
I'll
are.
say, for the sake of time and things, if you want to do one more thing.
No, I'll pass up.
We need to try and stop them, lad. Do what you can.
I'm not throwing my hammer. My only other idea was to throw myself, but that could go south. So, I'll pass.
Yeet!
In the interest of perhaps aiding your decision, give me a perception check.
That's funny.
Natural 20.
Yep.
You can see that whilst the other one, like, you look off in the distance when you're weighing up, shall I just go fight these last couple? You can see the ones that didn't get impaled and instantly killed are coming, but slower. So you imagine if you did jump off to fight, it would end up a 1v5.
5.
In the interest of helping your decision making, if you want to
I
jump
mean,
off...
surely Horak's not that stupid.
Let's see what else I have in my bag. What else can I throw?
Well,
Is there anything on the back of the car?
impromptu Molotov. Let's go.
I'll throw my bloody forehead rag at them. No, I won't. No, I can't do anything else. I'm just gonna dangle off the back of the car like, yeah, with my hammer.
Yeah, see?
Catch me, pussy.
I'm just concentrating and ducking and diving and yarring, making a lot of noise.
We will say one more volley of ninja stars will come over.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh, huh.
How many were still pursuing? Only 3, wasn't it?
3.
Technically.
3.
So one of them will hit Horak off the back with an 26 to hit Mr. Horak. You take 5 points. 5 points of piercing damage as a ninja.
But you now have a ninja star to throw back at him.
That was going to be my next question. Out of all the ninja stars they've thrown, have they stuck into the cart and can I throw them back?
There are 2 ninja stars stuck in the cart and 1 stuck in your shoulder. I will say if you want to make one more volley of...
Yeah, fuck it.
Go on, Horak, let's go.
What? I don't know what the hit
So-
DC, the hit thing would be for the ninja stars. Though, what would that be?
It will be, just count it as a dart. Have you got darts?
Dart is 1d4 plus whatever.
So the dart that I mean in terms of to hit, are they light
Plus
finesse? So it'll be.
They are simple finesse thrown.
Are you proficient with simple weapons?
Yes.
Right, so you can add your proficiency. So it'll be D20 plus strength plus proficiency.
Okay. Another nat 20.
Fucking hell.
A 19 and a 24.
Yeah, so all 3 of them hit. The remaining 3 guys.
Okay.
This one's a ninja star, so it's not going to insta-kill the guy. So do damage on 2 of them. I mean, it's, just a D10.
D10?
Yeah.
I always forget what the fucking D10s look like. 7?
7?
7. You say only damage on 2 of them?
No, so just roll your D10s normally for the 2, and then we'll do the natural 20.
Okay, so there's 7s for the normal one.
Oh, both 7s?
Yep. And then
Okay,
the natural 20, I rolled a 1, so just 2 damage.
And then it's a lingering injury, so I need to pull that up.
And it is piercing, probably.
So another D20.
4.
4 on the... Oops, I've covered the wrong page. 4 on the piercing. Brilliant. A cardiac injury. You throw it straight into his chest. You get him. Oh, he stops. We'll say, for the purposes of this, he stops chasing because he can't run.
100 is long.
We now have 2 sprinty boys and 2 people with javelins in them.
Yeah. I'll say the 2 that got javelined would have caught up if you jumped off to fight. You know that they're not going to be in the fight because they are too far away. That was more just to you to weigh up whether you should jump off or not. So you're basically looking at two boys are going to follow you in, basically, which is a lot better than fucking 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, he just stops, takes a knee. I used to be in a ninja like you. Then I took a ninja star in the heart, in the lung. So you get to the forest's edge. You see Boone sprinting in, and Boone doesn't go straight through the forest. He kind of darts around the side a little bit.
I'm going to
Can I
follow
drift a
his
horse and
path.
cart?
Okay. Bam, 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 you pull up the horse and cart and
Okay,
follow
cool.
Boone's pathing, fortunately avoiding the traps. And then you just follow Boone, making his way back. So for a little bit of time, we'll flick back to the interaction whilst all that was going on. What we'll say is, if this does devolve into combat, you guys will turn up on turn 3. If it devolves into combat.
I wish to run over them with the cart on turn 3.
You can't take the cart with you. You will have to abandon the cart.
Oh.
Am I running?
It's at the edge of the woods. We've gone into the woods on foot.
Yeah.
I'm like 100 years old. Why the fuck am I running?
Well, you can stay with the cart if you want. A couple of ninjas running up on you.
Yeah, no, I'm running.
I thought so. Okay. So, back in. I believe the last thing was said was you two can go about your day. We're just here for Marston.
Can we see other, or is it still just voices from
Yeah,
the show?
this was all of that interaction with the other boys was going on while this is happening. So if you've not heard any other sounds or anything, you don't know. For all you know, they're just chilling at the cart half a mile away. You've got 3 in front of you. This one guy that's talking, he then takes his hood wrap off, being the dude that's talking. He
is the guitarist.
He has black, it's like, as if he's got black paint on his fingers just across his eyes. I mean, you guess they all have, because you can't make out their eyes through the ninja. But he takes his hood
The
right
boys
off.
glider.
Yeah. So you got 3 in front of you. This guy talking, 3 behind you.
I don't want my friends to get hurt. I know what you lot are capable of, only too well. I remember what you did, as if it was hours ago. Why did you do what you did?
We're not here to dwell on the past, Mr. Marston.
That is my past. I have a right to dwell on it.
We came for the recipe, your parents got in the way. Nothing else needs to be said.
You murdered them without reason. They were unarmed.
We came for the recipe and your parents got in the way. If they'd given us the recipe, nothing else would have happened.
What makes you think that they even knew about it?
Come on, Mr. Marston. We're not going to claim ignorance here. It was their recipe. In your brewery.
I mean,
We see how well you caught that star. Doesn't take a genius to assume you've made use of the recipe. How's it faring?
it has its uses, yes.
I'm sure it'll bolster our ranks when we get it later then.
Well, for that you'll need me alive.
That's why we've come to collect you. So it's up to you, Mr. Marston. You say you want to protect your friends, you can come with us now, or we can take you.
I know that you people can never give assurances that can be believed.
Well, whether you believe us or not, I can assure you that if protecting your friends is in your highest of interests, then I'm sure your small friend would like to see you back at home.
Yes.
Shall we?
It has been many years since I've been there. I just hope that it's still somewhat as I left it. Those that were working there are still there, hopefully. Still doing what I wanted them to.
Certain things have changed. But we're not stupid. Business is business. Keeping a brewery running to fund activities is logical. So, yeah, the Marston Brewery is still in operation. For now.
Who is still there that I would remember? I had many valued friends.
I'll be honest, I don't know who you know or what you know, but certainly most of the staff are there. Those that didn't try to prevent us from moving in are still there at least. But anyway, less of the talk. It's a cold night and we've got some travelling to do. Are you coming or are we taking you?
Well, I don't see any reason for us to fight. But
very wise.
I'm gonna put a paw on Jack's shoulder. Well, actually, that is gonna leave us 2 party members short. And I don't really see why we would leave you behind to be taken by people who have obviously presented themselves as cowards. However, we're not going anywhere. Either we're all going to that brewery or nobody is.
We'll say you two will start running in soon. You guys can hear some running footsteps in the background. You're not quite there, but you'll be there soon.
is this more of yours arriving? You feel that the 6 of you isn't enough?
You see them all kind of look over as Horak and Haldir come running in with Boone.
Well, that's a surprise.
You
Do
two
any of them get distracted by the others running in that I can see?
I'll say for interest's sake, if you wanted to try and do something in the moment, you can have a quick thing. If you wanted to try something.
I will follow Jack's lead.
The moment I see one of them get somewhat distracted, I'll just turn and nod to Neve and know that I'm just not the one that's distracted.
We could have all walked. No. Go. Alright, I have something to do.
How far away am I
No, he's not. He's certainly not.
I really hope what we're doing here doesn't get Zerron killed.
That one's not here, so.
Don't worry.
I mean,
I have.
Zerron's not here.
I mean, if no one lives to
tell,
tell the tale, how would they know that
Well,
they're not
if
still coming back?
if no one comes back with Mr. Marston tomorrow, then well...
I guess we'll just have to attempt to keep who seems to be the leader alive.
Bear with me while
That's
I
not fun.
load a.
That was the leader, the
slightly-
Evo guy who was talking to us, or the one that was talking to them.
No, he's back out of the battle. This is another emo guy that was talking to them. So as you guys run up, you can see that there is 2 ninjas, one without his hood on talking to them, and then 3 ninjas behind them. So there is 6 there. You've all just turned up, and you know that there are 2 more chasing you in that will be there. I'll say now this is going to turn into a fight. They will get there, on turn 2. I've not got a map properly prepared, so bear with me. If you want to
Well,
preemptively...
I was going to say, if you wanted to, it's been how long now? Do you want to take a break and then, well, you can sort that out?
We could. I was going to wait till about 6 for a break.
Fair enough.
To be honest.
Just to give you time to do a map, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, it won't take long. We'll just
enough.
have to ignore the slightly not, the not thematic necessarily. Where the fudge are the maps?
Well,
You know what? We're just gonna do it on the map that we had last time. Let me invite players and post the link in Roll the Dice chat. You have something I want. Love that. Right, I'll buy Rodeo is there. Let's switch over to D&D combat page, make sure everything's working. It is, I believe, yeah, we're just going to have to go with the map as it was. Okay, so Zerron is not there. We've got Neve, we'll say you guys are in the middle just to make life easier. Neve and Jack. Oron, we'll say, is just a little bit away. Boone would have run up to Oron. Horak and Haldir will have come running in. We'll say Horak be slightly in front. And then we will have we will have 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. I will put the 2 on the side so I don't forget them, but they won't be in here. So we'll have 1 whole round, another whole round, and then the top of the third round, these other two will come in. So, give me a second while I name them. Talkie 1. If anyone needs to go for a quick wee or make a drink or whatever, just while I have a minute or two to fix this, now will be the time.
Never a good sign when your DM goes, "Oh wait, I need to make a map real quick."
I need to make a map real quick because, in all honesty, I wasn't expecting it to actually pop off. I thought you were about to talk your way out of it and then just go with it. But that face crept back over Biggie's smile, and
You've just put me face to face with the people who murdered my parents.
it might not have been them specifically.
Same difference.
I thought we were going to go with like one of us goes, all of us go. We'll kill him when we get the little man back.
Neon Jar 5. Okay. Are we all in? Horak, Haldir, Oron, Jack, Neve.
Yes.
Okay. Let me open the initiative thing. Don't forget. I did it last time. Again, I'll try not to keep doing it. But in the interest of... I know these are your Roman Empire, Biggie. I know they are your bad guys. But in the interest of using logic, don't forget that talking is always an option, potentially. Or we could just go full fight and see what happens. Where's my initiative thing?
Initiative.
Initiative. D&D folder. D&D want initiative. There it is. Okay. $25 to 20.
24.
22.
$22. Yeah, 18 plus.
Sorry. Say again, Jack.
24.
24. 22, Oron.
Yep. Same for me.
22 for Horak as well. What are your dexterities, boys?
13.
Your modifier
18
plus...
for...
Oh, modifier 1.
Right, so it'll be Oron, then Horak. Technically going at the same time, but... 20 to 15.
18.
19.
So Neve. And then Haldir. Did you roll for Boone? Oh, Boone goes basically same time as you, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, because I have to tell him whether or not to do.
For like combat purposes, isn't Boone just like an extension of you?
Yeah, so
Kind of,
it's a bit of a pain mechanically that if Oron doesn't order him to do it, it takes Oron's action to get Boone to do something, which seems a bit ball achy, but it makes sense because otherwise you've just got an extra free party member, you know. So he will just act independent. He will continue to do the action he's been told until he completes it, or he will dodge if he's not got any orders. Right, so we've got Talkie 1, Ninja 1, Ninja 2, and then we've got, see where Ninja 3, 4 and 5 come. You guys were 22, weren't you?
Yep.
That'll be last. Apologies, gang, for the lack of preparedness. I genuinely thought at the start of that Jack was just gonna let it happen. let's just go with them and see what happens.
I'm not gonna lie, so did I.
Oh my.
A distraction! Urus!
I was honestly hoping we could negotiate just all getting taken there.
It's not necessarily too late to talk. We're in initiative now.
We have just
spend your
And we're
turn.
committed.
If you want to spend your turn trying to...
Bro, the dude they want just threw a ninja star at them.
But we have
Yeah,
also
but-
just arrived with 4 less people than they sent to watch us, so...
I mean, they don't know that yet. You know,
Yeah, give it 2 turns,
intelligence is a thing. They're here to get Jack. It's not like initiative. The word initiative is stated, and now everyone's a blind murderer until everyone is dead. You know, you all have brains. If you want to go murder hobo and fight it out, fight it out. But there is always the option to try to talk. It might not work, but you react how your character react. If you'd run in to see 6 ninjas accosting your friends and just start kick bash fucking, then fucking kick bash. You know, but otherwise, if you run in and go, hang on. Can we not just talk this out? But, yeah, whatever. You do you, boo. Right, save that. And then we've got Ninja 6 and Ninja 7. I'll just put them at the end of initiative. And then they don't start until the 3rd round. Okay. Save that. Check OBS. Everything's nice and neat in a line. Okay, so top of the round. So roll your attack, Jack. Your reactionary attack. This will be your first dig, and then it'll kick off.
That's actually probably not going to hit. Because what was to the hit on these?
Well, you tell me what it was, what you got, and I'll tell you if it hits. I'm not telling you the AC for free. That's almost.
No,
almost.
I meant to the hit DC for Ninja Star.
With the
Oh, so you got to roll to hit. Oh, it's plus your it's a simple weapon, so it counts as a monk weapon, so it'd be plus your dex plus proficiency. So D20 plus dex mod plus proficiency, and as you can imagine, this guy's gonna probably try and catch it.
Stop throwing it between each
Yeah,
it's actually
I mean, Jack
it's only
used his
15.
reaction to throw it, so it's only 15. It's only if you hit it.
Well, technically, the reaction would have been ages ago because I already had the Ninja Star, so it's still gone.
True. So you throw it, and it hits the tree nearby. He dodges his head. Are we doing this?
I could have. I chose not to.
You see
Saying.
a smile creeps over his face like, fuck off, there's no way you missed that on purpose. Last chance saloon.
Well, you see now the odds are slightly more even.
Well, for now. Ball's in your court now. We want Marston.
Well, you know that my friends have said that wherever I go, they go. So
Right.
you're not taking me without them. So either we all go, or no one does.
See, he looks across the group. Looks at his boys. At this point, the other two come in.
They come in. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Do I take my own advice?
I mean, he's probably going to ask questions as to where's the fucking rest of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, these two have run in after... Okay. I will say... Horak and Haldir, because it was you that... I mean, it was you two they were chasing. They run in, they see the situation. Torquay, because Jack missed him, has got given it the final say. You two, give me a persuasion check.
The fuck are we persuading?
This is just me trying to work out whether they are going to just kick off or whether they are going to run in and a 3. Nah, it's
Seems like I'm going to have to do my persuading with a hammer.
Yeah, it's
I got a 13.
They come running in. They attacked us, boss. And then Torquay, he's like, right.
After that, he says that, I'm going to become a little bit of a child and go, they fucking started it!
Which is technically true. I mean, they threw first.
you ran towards the woods. What was your persuasion?
The horse did. I sat there if you want to get pedantic.
What was your persuasion, Haldir?
13.
Yeah, nah.
You just Neve just
Neve's like, fucking hell.
fucking hell again.
So
I just healed a lung injury.
We're going to get bullied by ninjas.
Gonna get bullied by the edgy boys. It's the emo gang at school.
That's it. Talking one turns on Bring Me the Horizon and comes up with
tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Talkie one approaches Jack.
Evanescence starts playing in the background.
He's going to attack Jack.
Oh, great.
Hit the road, Jack.
17?
No.
No. You run up. You see that he goes for a kind of disabling neck chop.
You do chop.
And like, ninja fight! You block his first swing. He's like, of course. The recipe taught you well, Marston-san. He's going to attack
recipe
again.
for the
Better.
Krabby Patties?
19.
Yes.
19 hits. Okay.
Secret formula.
So, first of all, he hits you for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. For clarity, non-lethal. Just on Jack, I'll just stipulate it so everyone knows. If we get to the point where you're knocked unconscious, Jack, you will just be unconscious and stable, not death saves, but only Jack. Just in case I forget to say.
Wow.
And then he's going to key point Flurry of Blows. Hit one of them for another 4 points, Jack, and then Stunning Strike. He's trying to put Jack out of commission. Without me flicking through loads of tabs, can you remind me what a Stunning Strike is, mate? What save it is?
Hang on, I'll tell you now. If I can find it, Jesus Christ. Stunning Strike DC 14 con.
So it's a con save, but
Yeah.
his is higher than 14. You've got to beat a 17.
Okay. Yes, I did. That is a 22.
Okay. So he runs up, goes for the neck. The first one you block. He deflects it, punches you in the gut with the first flurry, and then tries to hit you right in the chest to try and lock you up, but you firm it. Did he do one? Oh no, he missed his other flurry of blow. Okay, that is his turn. Just before he ends his turn, he says, "We just want to take Jack in." Jack, it's your turn. You can tell, as a martial artist yourself, they were very much attempts at disabling. He's come up with the old kung pao ninja fist. He's trying to stop you, not like kill you. He could have just walked up and fucking tried to rinse your jaw off, but he's going for chops and jabs to try and disable rather than kill.
What you could say.
I'm pretty sure Kung Pao is food.
Yeah.
I've seen Kung Pao enter the fist. That film is wild.
He's used his chow mein against you.
Wah!
I'm just gonna say to him before I do anything, stop this fight and take us all in then.
Okay, if you want
And we
to
will.
bonus action persuasion check, you can roll it, but it will be your bonus action. Or you could just say the words and not actively try to persuade him and keep your bonus action. Obviously, if you're just saying things, it's going to have less of an effect than an active roll.
It's an active. I'm trying to stop this now.
Okay, so it'll be a bonus action persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion bonus? 18.
Okay. Continue your turn.
Okay, it will be. I'm going to be doing unarmed strikes, but also non-lethal.
Okay. Little bit of the old martial artists. Kia.
And that's a 23 to hit.
Hits.
For 9.
9 points.
Yep.
You want to hit him
I'm
again?
not.
You've got no bonus action, but you do technically have a second attack.
I will do the same again. With lots to hit. That's a 27.
Yeah.
And that's again another 9 points. But I'm not going to attempt to stun and strike him because I want him to
You got
put
no
a stop
bonus
to this.
action anyway.
It doesn't need a bonus action.
Oh, is it just off any attack?
It's off any when you hit a melee attack, melee or.
Yeah. After Jack is Ninja 5. Ninja 5 will run up behind. You kind of get the vibe that as he's running up, you see Talky One kind of look over the shoulder briefly and nod while he's kind of trying to redirect and deflect your attacks. Again, similarly, he's going to try and put you down, but without lethal. So he's going to run up, make 2 attacks. dirty 20.
It's
So you take 2 points of bludgeoning. Flurry of blows. Oh, both hit. You take another 12 points. Stunning strike. Con save. 16.
I do not.
You don't pass. Yeah, so he runs up. Donkey punch in the back of the head, and Jack just locks up, and he catches you. After Ninja 5, or on.
I'm going to point at Ninja 5 and tell Boone to pacify.
Okay.
So he's going to attack and
Bites his
try
arm.
and grab him, knock him down.
Yeah, so do your...
16 plus...
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll hit.
And
And then
the second attack will
12,
restrain him.
DC... Yeah, 15 on the dice. He passes the strength save, so you bite his arm, and he's like, kind of, Boone's got him by the arm, and he's holding Jack up with his other arm. And he's like, fucking hell.
Okay. I'm assuming trying to make an attempt to strain is the second attack, so
Yeah, so...
as a bonus attack.
You...
Bonus action.
Yeah. You can bonus action something with Boone, but yeah, he can either attack... He can either bite and claw to just do damage, but if he bites and attempts to restrain, that uses his second attack.
Yeah. I want him to help anyone against this target.
So help
you
is,
can
a,
either
help
friendly-
is a main action, so that he'd have to do that next time.
I can do it as a bonus.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Exceptional training. You can use a bonus action to command the beast to take the dash, disengage, or help action.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So
help who?
It says aiding a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you. You feint a target. If your ally attacks the target before your next turn, the attack roll is made advantage. Don't know if that means specifically one in particular, or if it's just I'm distracting this target. Anyone gets advantage against.
Yeah,
I think it's basically anyone that attacks that target next gets advantage.
If anyone attacks Ninja 5, will get advantage because of Boone.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay,
that's Auron and Boone. Horak?
Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, so you've heard Jack try to persuade Talkie 1 to stop. You've seen Ninja 5 run up, dish, 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 donkey punch Jack. Jack's gone rigid, and he's holding Jack.
Seeing as the persuasion seems to have not worked, I'm just gonna start smacking cones.
Okay.
I am gonna press the right button there, and I am going to bonk Ninja 6 with my hammer.
Hit him with the hammer.
It's a 19.
Hits.
That is 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my
Do you get two
extra
attacks?
attack.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to use that to... Oh, I'm also going to send him 5 feet that way with big funky boy attack thing I forgot the name of. Just because I can.
What is that for
second
clarity?
attack.
Is it a maneuver or something? Or
No, it's... What is it? Your crusher, I think.
oh, crush it.
Yeah.
What, when you hit somebody with your hammer, you can move them 5 feet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I rolled a 19, which is a crit for me,
Okay.
I believe. Yes, that's a crit. Is it just double the roll on crits?
Yeah, so you roll the dice, double what's on the dice, add your bonus.
So 10, 16 more bludgeoning damage.
16 more bludgeoning damage. 29, and give me a D20 to see.
9.
9 on the bludgeoning.
Yep.
Will be a major concussion. You have disadvantage on intelligence checks, wisdom checks, and charisma checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. So, bonk, bonk. You see he kind of drops to one knee and he puts his guard up, but he's like a bit dazed.
Oh, I also have Crusher critical. When I score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature. Nope. That's not the thing I'm thinking of. Where's the other thing? There was something else I read.
I think the
Great weapon, master attack. That's the one. If I score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature's HP to 0, I can make a melee attack as a bonus action. So I'm gonna smack him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing down on top of his head.
I will say, I'll give you advantage because you've just concussed the guy. There's no way you've not, you know.
He's vulnerable.
Yeah, he's vulnerable.
27.
Definitely hits.
Oh. Max roll. He takes 18 bludgeoning damage to the top of his Swede.
Jeez. 30 plus 17 would be
47.
47. I know it was 18. That was my maths because he was on 29. 47. Nice, decent round. Look up that ninja T.
I'm going to use action surge.
Okay.
Oh god.
How's he looking?
He looks like he's been hit with an hammer a few times.
So I don't get my extra attack again on action surge, do I? Or
if you action
do I
surge,
still
you
get
get your
my
action
extra
back,
full
so
round?
you'd make
It
two
restores
attacks.
your
right, you can have another one then.
Yeah, so
17.
Action surge, knock off your action surge on your sheet. 17 actually misses.
Yes. Alright, well he gets my extra attack.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I only get that if I hit, right?
No, you make 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. 18.
Hits.
Sweet. 15 more bludgeoning damage.
57, 62. Nice.
72.
Urus. 72.
You said 57 plus 15.
Yeah, that's just no. It was 40. It was 47. That was me doing the 10, then the
Right.
then the 5. I'm shit at maths.
So that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Good round.
very quickly.
Yes.
We didn't add boons by damage.
Yes. Give me the actual
8
damage.
piercing.
Ninja 5, 8 piercing damage. Roger that. After Horak is Ninja 1. Ninja 1 is going to run in to back up his buddy. He is going to attack non-lethally. And he is going to say, as he runs up, he's not going to try and persuade, he's just going to say it as he runs up. Bad idea, big guy. Bad idea. He's then going to attack with advantage. Ooh, and he crits. But it's non-lethal, so it's probably not going to be as bad. So, first, you take 5 points of bludgeoning. Yay! And
Bad idea.
9 on the bludgeoning, I believe, is a major concussion. So he just runs up behind you and says, "Bad idea, big guy." Bang! Donkey punch.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Just
2 seconds.
slaps you around the back
Two
of the-
seconds. 2 seconds. I've got something for this.
I think if someone attacks someone within 5 feet of you, you can attack them back if you should so wish, as a reaction.
Yes.
You don't have to.
Well, I'm gonna.
But, okay, that's fine.
I'm just gonna watch somebody just go. Just go.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just constantly on the fence of whether this is going to continue to be an all-out brawl or whether we are going to try and end it. You know, he's It's up to you guys.
I'm assuming I'm not allowed to respond vocally until my turn.
You can respond vocally, but it won't necessarily, it's not an actual persuasion.
Okay. I'm just gonna give a. If you guys stop, so will I.
Okay.
While
So while V
take a
works that out,
swing.
for clarity, T, you've got major concussion. You have disadvantage on intelligence checks, wisdom checks, and charisma checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration, which that is pretty irrelevant because there's nothing that needs concentration, really.
So I'm just slightly shit at everything I was already shit at.
Yeah, fair enough. It heals on its own after 4 long rests is the important thing.
Okay. Where can I note that? I just add that to the notey boys.
Add it to the notes, yeah.
Where is the
it's pinned.
the meds thing?
If you want me to just copy that into the chat so you can add it to your notes.
Yes, please. I might even just download the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I've DM'd it to you.
Alright, sweet. Cheers.
For now. Okay, yeah, V.
22 to hit.
Who?
22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Ninja one. With a 15 pointy stick damage.
Ninja
Slashing.
1. 15 points of slashing.
And a cheeky retort of, bad idea.
Bad idea, big guy. Bad idea. Bonk. Ah, fuck it. Okay. Yeah, that was just a reactionary thing. So that's the end of Ninja 1's turn. He's done his 2 attacks. Ninja 2 is going to run in to back up Ninja 5. I'm going to say he's going to attack Boone, but he's just going to try and get Boone back. And as he runs up, he says, call off your dog. He just says it, though. He's not going to try and actively persuade you. He doesn't get advantage because he's not flanking. That's going to miss Boone. That's going to hit. But oh no, it'll be a strength, contested strength, because he's trying to push Boone. So give me a strength check, athletics check for Boone. It'll just be D20 plus his strength mod, unless it says he's proficient in athletics.
Doesn't have an athletics stat.
Yeah, if it doesn't actively say it, it'll just be D20 plus his strength mod.
That'll be an 8 though.
8, yeah. So Ninja 2 runs up. He shouts, "Pass that! Call your dog off," and pushes him 5 feet back, and then steps into his space. Bang! Motherfucker! Fucking pushing my dog. That's his turn. He's just like, he's pushed your dog away, stepped into his space. After Ninja 2 is Neve.
I'm going to try and intimidate Mr. Talkie into calling off his voice.
Okay.
Ending the fight. So she's gonna really like snarl at him, glance over at her axe and say, "Don't make me do this, call off your voice now."
Okay. Do you get advantage on intimidation?
I don't think. I'm not
sure
sure. I
you
don't
have
think.
something to do with intimidation, or is it just raging or what?
Let me check, but I don't think I.
It might be, if it's not in actions, it'll be in features and traits.
Features.
Maybe not. I'm sure.
Traits, danger sense,
something for
extra attack, fast movement, aspect of the beast. I don't think so. No.
No, fair enough. Then. Yeah, just make a intimidation check.
Let's see. What? Natural 20. That will add up to a 23 with the modifier.
Okay. Okay. So you try to be all intimidating. Do you do anything else on your turn?
I am not going.
I've been Cosby'd! I've been Cosby'd twice!
Okay.
I'm gonna give him
I've
a
been
check.
stabbed!
After Neve is hold here. I will say, because it's all relative proximity, you would have heard Neve's attempt at intimidating the guy to call his boys off. But you take your turn as you see fit.
I'll have a conversation during this.
So, yeah, like, if, as I say, if you actively want to persuade or intimidate, that'll be your bonus action. If you want to just say something, you can just say something for free, but whether it'll have any effect, you don't know, you know. As I say, I keep saying, people do have brains. You don't necessarily have to persuade or intimidate. You could just say something appropriate and they might stop or they might continue. It depends whether you're aggressing or diffusing or going with the flow. Depends how you want this to turn out. I'm just trying to solidify the anti-murder hobo approach to... You don't always have to try and kill everyone.
I don't want to, but...
Yeah, so you could spend your turn trying to diffuse instead of attacking, if that's your opinion. If you also want to try to persuade or intimidate, you can roll that. You know, it's up to you. If your choice is to diffuse, then I'd recommend trying to diffuse.
I am going to attempt to shove Ninja 1 away.
Okay, so it'd be contested strength.
Yep. Which I'm probably not going to win.
10. Or it'd be athletics.
Oh, athletics. Then I've won 13.
Okay, so you push him back 5 feet.
Yeah.
Do you step into his space?
I do not.
Okay.
No, I do. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I will...
So that's your action. If you want a bonus action, persuade or intimidate, you can do that. But and that'll be... You'll have movement and that'll be it. Gonna push you.
Let me read!
Let me land! Let me land!
Let me tell you something.
I should
Let me tell you something.
I will...
If it helps your decision making, that was your action.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to... Are you reading actions or bonus actions?
Bonus.
Right, okay. So you can either do something as a bonus action or
I
persuade or intimidate or...
Going to persuade and say perhaps we should stop fighting until they figure their shit out.
Okay.
In Scottish.
But Scottish.
But Scottish. Give me a persuasion roll then.
21.
21? Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Ninja 3's gonna run up and back Ninja 5 up by holding on to Jack. Ninja 4 is gonna run up and start to surround, but in a
A carnival dance fashion.
Let's all calm down, see? He is going to hold his action. And in the intro, I mean, I don't necessarily have to tell you, but I will say that it looks like he's getting ready to reactionary attack. So I will say if anyone continues to kick off, he will then take his attack action. So he's waiting for the go or the stop, but he's ready to hit. So he's not just wasting his turn. Ninja 6 is concussed. He will also take because of the attempts made to defuse, he's going to ready his attack. If anyone continues, he's got to attack. Otherwise, he's got to wait. And then Ninja 7 will come up to flank for Haldir and also will hold his attack.
Why me?
Because you're the nearest one. And we're giving people, because of the persuasions, we're giving people the chance to diffuse, but they're all ready to schmeckle should it continue. So, that is Ninja 7. Top of the round, Talkie 1. I will say he looks at Neve, he looks at the axe, and then he looks at Neve, and he looks at her axe. He says, yeah. He says, we can defuse. My boys will stop if you stop. But either way, Marston's coming home with us.
You're coming home with me.
You're coming home
You're
with me.
coming home with me. And so are we. Let's go. Road trip.
So he will also hold his action. He said his piece. He's going to hold his action. So if you continue to kick off, he will continue to kick off. Jack is stunned and thus misses his turn. Ninja.
Why is it up to us?
You're the players. Ninja 5 pulls out his 50 feet of ninja hempen rope and starts to...
Ninja hempen rope. Oh, damn.
He starts
Special
to
edition.
tie Jack's arms and legs. Conscious that now no one has re-stunned him, Jack will be of his own faculties at the end of this round. So he's going to use his action to tie you up. Oran and Boone.
Well, not the end of this round, the end of his turn.
Well, yeah, but you've missed your go anyway, so it'll be your next go before you'll be tied up then, so it's too late.
I wasn't going to do anything anyway. Just talk.
Oran and Boone.
I'm going to say to Talkie, are we coming on?
Say again.
I'm going to talk to Talkie
Talk to Talkie.
and ask him, are we coming along?
For the sake
Not
of you
something
having
to
to wait
negotiate.
all the way back round, Talkie will say, stop the fight, and we'll make arrangements.
I will hold, but I'll take the reaction that if anything kicks off or anything that doesn't look favourable, Boone will wrestle Ninja 2 to the ground and try to pin.
Okay. So you two are holding in case of kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Horak. It seems to be down to Mr. Volatile.
Oh no.
Watford Horak.
Just don't let him throw something, please.
I don't think he's got anything left to throw.
I
Unless he
have my hammer.
throws the ninja.
I mean, you're
The ninja at the ninja.
Oh no.
you're stood next to him, Aldir.
It's not me that hit you. I love you.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. I'll just hold my action as well. I'll just sit there sort of tapping the bottom of my hammer on the floor.
Yeah. Ready in case of a kickoff. Ninja 1, again, also holds his action on the word of if anyone kicks off, he's going to kick off. Ninja 2, where's Ninja 2? He's just eyeballing Boone. Again, he's got to take the dodge action. He's not going to ready an attack, he's taking the dodge action because he wants to give the big fucking dog disadvantage.
Quick rebuttal. Can I have second winded on my turn?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Okay. I am full HP.
Nice. After Ninja 2 is Neve.
I'm not gonna assume there's gonna be anything happening. However, I'll be ready to attack. Should something happen, keeping my eyes on Mr. Talkie.
Okay. Haldir.
No, I'm just gonna.
I'm a head out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I go up like a townie to him. You what? What?
Go on, mate.
No,
Swing
I
first.
will.
Swing first.
Oi, bruv.
What do you say about my mum? Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna.
You just start asking him what ends he's from.
Are you representing, man?
Shadow Serpent Syndicate, mate. You should know that.
Sir.
Oh, I see you're from Slytherin.
Hey, let me slither in.
I'll do the same as everyone else and just prepare thine.
Okay. The rest of the ninjas all prepare. Jack is thoroughly tied up, but is back in control of his faculties shortly. I mean, it's Talkie 1's turn. Talkie 1 kind of relaxes his martial arts stance. He says, right. Way I see it, you've got a cart. We've got a cart.
Drag race.
Let's have a race to the calf, yeah?
Let's go.
First one to the calf gets the wee man.
They don't know that we have double speed because of me. Let's go.
They don't know we've got nitrous Neve.
Nitrous Steve. You've got a cart, we've got a cart. We're taking Marston with us. You can all follow.
Give us one of yours.
Little bit of distance. Give me a persuasion or on.
As he says that, I'm gonna point my hammer towards the crumpled up mess of number 6 and suggest we take him.
7 and 2, 9.
He says no.
We're not getting a friend.
No. Don't forget who's in charge here. We're allowing this to stop, but we can happily continue if you want. You can come with us. Your cart will be 30 feet back, and we're taking Marston. And we'll deal with stuff when we get back. Them's are the options. Otherwise, he cracks his knuckles. We carry on.
Came through the microphone. That was really impressive.
Nice.
Yeah, it did.
Horak cringes at the knuckle crack.
Cracking knuckles comes through, but a fucking clown's horn doesn't. Fucking microphone. Still didn't come through, did it? Bastard.
I'm going to pick up Jack since he's on the floor.
Jack's still being held up. He's just tied up.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
okay. He's not.
And he's in control. He's no longer stunned. He's you can talk and whatever. He's just hands and feet are tied. Hands behind his back, feet are tied. Them's your options. You can follow us in your car, 30 feet back. We're taking Marston.
Wait, need a hand with him?
No, we've got him.
Okay, yeah. I'm literally just going
I'm
to shout
trying
over.
to sign up.
Yeah. I'll shout over and go, it's your call, Jack.
Okay. Do as he says. It's not far to my home. It's almost straight southeast from here.
Right, sheath my sword.
It's got to be an overnight ride, so those of you
If I remember rightly, there should be a road nearby that leads to the brewery lands.
Any of you that need to sleep, it's going to be an overnight ride.
Oh, I just realized we're gonna have to go extra slow with these guys in front of us. Anyway.
Right then.
Start to do 30 feet circles around them.
Yeah, just have to do circles because we're
just
too
constantly
fast, man.
drifting them.
Sorry, the horse won't go any slower. I don't
The
know what
horse.
it is.
Constant agony. Make it stop! Make it stop!
Instead of like like typical drifting, you get the tires screeching along the floor. It's just a horse screaming.
Yeah. Right then, you go get your cart.
Can I round up the thrown weapons?
If you
Granted,
want,
they are scattered across the half mile we covered to get to the edge of the woods.
You're going back that way to the cart anyway, so.
you can ask them for some extra time if you should so wish.
Yes, to pick up the dead one.
We
you know
need to
what?
go to the
for
cart.
for the sake of fucking about, the rest of the ninjas now turn up, and
The weapons in them.
All bar one.
they've all bar one, and they've brought all the weapons. Over the course of a couple of minutes, Talkie 1 diffuses it. They give you all your weapons back as a sign of good faith. So Haldir can have his throwing axe back.
Yeah.
Horak gets his 3 javelins and
My 2 throwing axes.
2 throwing
And a shriek.
axes.
I need to give one of those javelins a bit of a wipe.
Yeah, one of them is significantly more bloody than the rest of them. You see that the guy that has turned up with the weapons as well is carrying a uniform with a distinctly bloody hood. Where the guy that was wearing it is, you don't know, but he's brought the uniform back.
We know.
I mean, yeah, you know, there's probably now a naked guy with a hole in his head, but he's out in the field.
How weird the ninjas that they do that. Mate's dead, take his pants off.
Mate's dead. Nothing they can do with him now, but they're not leaving the fucking syndicate uniform lying about.
That's a fair shout, actually.
Yeah, so you go your separate ways. The ninjas take Jack. You go back to your cart. You meet them at the southeast side of the forest. We will take a break there because it's now 6 o'clock. That timed quite nicely. Well, saying that, we have 2 options now. We can either call it there at a shorter session. Pick up next week as we get to the brewery now, when Vol will be back.
Assuming he's at the brewery.
I mean, yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, whether you believe them or not, that's what Talkie 1 said, that they've got Wee Man back at Jack's home. I mean, without an insight roll, it seems logical. You know, that Zerron was their insurance to get Jack where they want Jack. You know, so whether you choose to believe them or not is up to you, but it seems to make sense, really, doesn't it?
I'm happy either way. It does sort of make sense that we should kind of wait for Vol, seeing as his character's actually going to be there this time.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Is there anything you want to achieve, do, say, figure out, research, you know, on the way?
I was going to try and collect the trophy from Dead Ninja Guy, but they took his uniform, so I can't.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have time to go find exactly where the body was. That's if the body's still there. You know,
They probably would have hidden it.
I was just thinking of nicking his little badge, to be honest. Adding it to my other trophies of Jaw Fragment and Bloody Rag.
Yeah, unfortunately, they kept the uniform.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to do, say, think about, achieve?
Are we long resting in the between sessions time or whatever?
It's up to you guys whether you want to sleep on it. It is an overnight trip, so anyone that wants to stay up will have a point of exhaustion when you get there. Or if you trust the ninjas enough to sleep on the way, you can do that too.
Well, I'm tied up, so there's not much else I can do.
Yeah, Jack's got no choice.
Use it.
I'm going to snore as loudly as possible.
I would say me and Haldir share driving responsibilities.
Haldir
If he
only
gets his
needs
4
4
hours
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you get the vibe that as far as the ninjas are concerned, I keep calling them ninjas, the syndicate's concerned, they have command of Marston and they are going to their destination. As long as you guys don't cause any issues, kick off, blah blah blah, as long as you just continue to follow 30 feet back, there won't be a kick-off. So you should all be able to get your rest in. It just depends if you try anything funny. And things might go differently. But if you all just let it happen, you can all get your long rest in.
Despite having my javelins back, I will chill and sleep instead of yeeting them at the other couch.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, the only other thing I was sort of maybe, since we're 30 feet back, was considering talking to everybody and maybe sort of thinking of a way to ambush a cart before it gets there, but I think we'd just end up in the same weird mess. Unless we were anywhere near a populated area.
I mean, I have just told Neve where the gaff is, and it's a long distance away. I mean, you could get there in half the time they can.
I would assume they'd notice a cart that was originally going to be following them, just disappearing without saying anything, though.
Unless we have just
Art stealth check.
Get help.
I will say, in the interest of logical plans, you are being watched. They're not just pottering along the road. Like, there is always at least one of them, if not two of them, watching to make sure you guys don't try anything.
Yeah, but are they near our
forested area?
Yeah, near
Well,
our cart, or are
so
they
you're-
like
you're-
watching from their cart?
They're watching from their cart, which is 30 feet away. It's up to you. You imagine, even, you know, if you try to slink away, they will probably notice that Neve is now no longer with the cart.
Well, Horak is asleep, so you guys do you.
Well, if I sat in the back though, they wouldn't be able to see me from 30 feet away. When I'm in the back of the cart, they would only see Oren and Haldir driving.
Oh, it's not covered.
We don't have the cover yet.
No, it's not covered. But I mean, if we're laying down anyway.
So I'd say if you lay down for a nap and then did a rock and roll into the forest or something.
They
I was gonna
wouldn't
say that.
I mean, technically, they wouldn't be. They
get my
wouldn't be able
guys
to
get out and
see.
make myself look like.
It's up to you. I mean,
you just put a furry hood on.
If Neve disappears,
put moon on your head.
Even if they don't notice Neve disappearing, they will almost definitely notice that she's not there when you arrive. So
Went for a piss. We left her behind. Tough shit.
She's hunting.
It's up to you.
Well, the thing is, she could probably get somewhere and back to us in around about the same time.
It only
with
takes me
her
half time.
Super duper feet.
And on how far Neve's got to go.
Well, I'd assume it would be back to Fairbank Village to get the guards
It's the only option I've got.
that would suck the soul out of Zerron. Gok gok.
If she goes back to Fairbank Village, she knows it's a day. Well, she's got to get back, and then
Persuade
get
the guard, get a carriage,
the guards, get a carriage, get down there, which is a whole extra day.
I'm not going to make that.
So 2 days there, and then the whole 2-day journey to the
And
brewery as
we
well. So.
all just break away into the forest and put this down to a really bad experience and find 2 new people to accompany us from Britain.
Hi,
mean,
Jack.
Good
luck, man.
I guess we
thing is,
just
I
keep
can't
following.
Oh, this is it.
You know the old meme about splitting the party. If you want to disappear, that's up to you.
I mean, rocking up with the whole guard of Fairbank Village would be kind of cool, not gonna lie.
Would be kind of cool, but it's at least a day and a half.
Extra.
Yeah, you know.
You have to go through like the whole Battle of Helm's Deep first, and then the Rohirrim would arrive late.
They're gonna be there by morning. You'd have to run all the way back. take the exhaustion because you've been up all night, convince the guard, and then
And the extra exhaustion because you've been running the whole time.
yeah, and then get all the way there, which is a whole day, even with your quick. It'll be a whole day without sleeping, so that'll be another exhaustion. So you'll be able to get all the guard there a day after they arrive with at least 2, if not 3 points of exhaustion. I mean, you could probably tell the boys to go and sleep, but then you wouldn't be guiding them, so they wouldn't get the double movement. So to get there, it'll be a day late with 3 points of exhaustion. So it's up to you.
And the thing is when we get there, we
exhaustion
don't know how
fucks.
many mole ninjas are going to be sitting there threatening us. If they don't believe us that you've just decided to up sticks and fuck off.
Yeah, you've got to convince as well to explain why Neve's not there.
Where's
If we
the
fuck
cat?
that up, we're gonna
Well,
What cat?
what cat?
I
You
didn't
mean
have
the
a cat.
dog?
Anyone have a cat? We had a
No,
dog,
it's-
yeah.
You had a dog and a big cat that actually diffused it originally.
I think
I'm pretty sure the dog did that. I think the dog diffused the
She's
situation.
It
very
was definitely the
convincing.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Right,
Just
So-
Zerron moving his mouth going, I don't think we should fight.
You sort of turn around and see Boone just licking his nuts, just like
Yeah, bet you still had these,
it's
eh?
him.
Bet you wish you still had these.
No, I'm not gonna. Not gonna go back then.
Sugar. I've just realised we're still on the combat thing. So, yes. We will leave final decisions, plans. If you change your mind, you want to do something different at the start of next session, you've got a week to plan ahead. We will call it there as an early session. Come back next week with Vol.
Just out of curiosity, Paige, how close was number 6 to dying?
I don't want to tell you because
It's not over.
if a fight kicks off at Marston's gaff, then you'd know how many hit points.
In that case, in character, could I have visibly told whether or not he was close to keeling over?
I mean, you gave him a concussion, which would have confused things. Another very good round like you had, maybe 2, maybe would have done it. But,
Okay.
you know.
Now,
Yeah, these aren't the pussy-ass 50 hit point fucking Calvados guards, mate. These are, like, trained fucking syndicate ninjas, you know. Like, these boys are out to capture a dude. They ain't just gonna fucking... There was 12 of them.
they're going to send the local jobbers, are they?
Yeah, they didn't just send one dude with a cape in the bush to try and ambush Jack and take it. They sent 12 fucking dudes to get Jack, you know, so they weren't... Yeah. So, that's where we'll end. We'll come back next week with Vol back, tied up. Well, maybe. He might be there at Living the Dream. He might have joined them. Who knows?
Yeah, says it, Marguerite.
I'm a ninja now.
Surprise! I'm in the syndicate now! I've got a real family.
Oof.
Daddy?
Well, you don't know. This was the plan all along. I am the
my
syndicate.
Surprise, bitches.
Turns out that's where the father of his brother's from.
Horag is gonna be so sad that Nihai Bestie betrayed him. It's gonna kick him
He'd
into
be
orbit.
catching the fucking hammer at that
He'd
point.
be catching, yeah. He'd
Kick
be
him
sad
into
for
orbit.
half a second and then go, oh, well, I got his last breakfast.
Kick the baby.
4.
4 feet. Thanks all for watching. Excuse me again. We'll be back next week. And, yeah, we will take it from the Marston Brewery. Find out what happened to Jack's family home. Find out what's going to happen with the syndicate. Will they get what they want? Will you find your friend? Find out next time on A Wuntian History. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.